BBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Did you have a nice weekend? What was that all about? All the emails are rubbish, so I'm not going to read any out.
What's happened to these headphones? For goodness sakes, hang on a second. Sorry, Helen, I'm not so close to you. Right. That's almost better. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It's only radio. Right, okay, yeah. Yes, I'm back. Thanks, Nick Abbott, for filling in. I say thanks. He got paid for it. He didn't do it as a freebie. I heard it was very good. I'm a big fan of Nick Abbott. If you liked that, you should listen Saturday evenings, 10 to 1. And he's filling in for me next week when I'm off as well. So, I assume it's him. He's the best there is. Okay. You know what happens. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, can I have an Iain Lee specialist nickname, please?
Can you have a what?
An Iain Lee specialist nickname, please.
You want a specialist nickname?
Yes, please.
How about Duckface?
Duckface. Okay, can I have a backup one?
You cannot have a backup nickname. You have the nickname you're given, and that's it.
Shut up! I'm on the radio.
Yeah, shut up. You're not on the radio anymore. Yes, line 8, you're on the radio.
Very happy birthday to the old Bailey, which is 100 years old today. Happy birthday.
The old baby, did he say? Or the old Bailey? God, imagine a baby being like... Sorry, I'm just sorting everything out. I was reading the newspapers and, it means I've not had a chance to sort anything out in here. Ah, dear, I just crushed a nut. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
8 years old and 14 stone. That's a lot of cake.
Yeah, there's a lot of cake. He still lives with his mum, though. Go on, line 7, give it to us.
I'm having trouble listening to LBC at 7.3 because Boise FM is playing in my area. Dragon meat sausage.
Oh dear, the Dragon Meat Sausage Man is not a happy bunny because of Boise FM. We called Boise FM once, in pirate radio station. Don't get involved with them, dangerous. Probably involved in all kinds of illegal activities, including illegally broadcasting radio. That's one illegal activity that we don't need to stay anymore. Yes, line 4.
I want to play some music on my harpsichord.
Could that be the new globules? We'll find out. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
I'm listening to you on Sky, and you're on 2 channels at the same time. How do you do it, Marlon Dingle?
Why, I ought to come round there and shove your Sky right up your backside. Yes, line 10.
Hello, Iain.
One of these is pre-recorded. It's this. I do Emmerdale live. Yes.
I just wanted to sing you a little song.
Okay.
Oh, the ducks are swimming on the water, fall-da-dal-da-dal-day, fall-da-dal-da-dal-day.
Ooh. Is that orange jelly, I think? If I know my slightly unsuccessful, yes. Yes, line 10.
Hello, is Nick Abbott there, please?
No, he's not. Is that Derek?
Hello, is Nick Abbott there, please?
Yeah, no, it's Iain Lee.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go now.
Yes, I'm suspicious of that Derek. Yes, I believe that to be the case. I suspect that Derek will call in again later on. Yes, I've heard rumours about this, so thank you for pointing that out. 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
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 Yes?
Peterman! Do you want to buy any DVD?
I'm fine, actually. Unless you can get the whole series of Heroes. That'll be kind of good. Are there any good films? Oh, I want to see... Yeah, Hot Fuzz. Have you got Hot Fuzz? How much? £6? I'll give you £4 for it. 3 for 12. Good lad. No, it's illegal. Yes, line 7.
You will put your hands...
Where? Oh, good blimey. 0870 90 90 973. The first 30 minutes of this show, good evening. We like to take your calls straight to air. And pretty much anything goes. Don't swear, don't be libelous, all that nonsense. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Recognition for Northern Cyprus. Read. Read. Oh. Iain. Oh. 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 your real name Ian? Your name's not Ian Lee. Ian. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Ian. And you've got to kill me.
On Saturday, I met Randy.
I'd like to raise 3 points that have been missed in the debate so far. Mompalutu, Fracha Chuchu, and Barry Fox for drive type.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Ken?
Hello?
John from Ken.
Oh.
Hello?
Ian, I'd just like to say that Full Sail is a better album than Forever Changes.
Who's speaking?
Tony! Is that you, Tony?
John, Ken.
Tony Copper? Is that Copper? It's Tony Copper. I'll cover your ass, Copper. It's Tony.
Copper, you saying? What do you think?
Dragon meat sausage.
You want police protection? Hello?
Hello? Can I have a nickname, please?
Copper? Police protection is offered. Hello? I want to speak Ian. Hello?
Ian.
Anybody speaking English there? I want to speak Ian.
No English.
Ian, where are you, man? You back from your dirty weekend? Is police protection required?
Obstacle.
Oh, 870 90 90 973 is the phone number. Call's going straight to air. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Today I went to Beck's to buy some luggage so I can go to the World Cup.
Excellent stuff. Sounds like a fun day. Yes, line 4, you're on the wireless.
Ian, your picture on the LBC website.
Yes.
Have you considered being James Bond in that nice black setting you've got there?
Oh, is that the one with the dummies around me?
That's the one, yeah. You look like James Bond.
Have you? A lot of people ask what my producer, Agent Chris, looks like. He's in that picture.
Well, he is the dummy.
He is actually in that picture.
Oh, I thought he was the dummy.
But he's always the dummy, to quote Peter Talk from the film Head. But yes, line 1, you're the last call straight to air before the travel.
Standard, Evening Standard Classified News. From today, it's £60 fine and 3 points on your licence for using your phone while driving. So don't do it. If you have to, go hands-free. And be careful out there. More news tomorrow.
Thank you for that, Standard Man.
OK, Ian, speak to you soon.
Good lad.
Clear. The Met Police are currently looking for more than 4,000 suspects who've jumped bail in the last 2 years, including 500 serious and violent offenders. The figures have been obtained by a group called the Taxpayers Alliance through the Freedom of Information Act. The Tories say it's a result of too few prisons. We're still waiting for comment from the Met. It's emerged guns can be hired for just £50 a night in London, and they're available fairly quickly. Senior police officers have been telling a group of MPs more about our gun culture. Deputy Assistant Commissioner Cressida Dick says many gangs are copying their counterparts in the US. Ken Livingstone's cracking down on pollution. He's announced a new campaign at City Hall to cut carbon emissions in London by 60% in the next 20 years. We're being offered cut-price insulation, and the Mayor also wants us to drive smaller, cleaner cars. Dame Helen Mirren's brought her Oscar back to London, as being greeted with a standing ovation by passengers on her plane. She spent 20 minutes signing autographs at the baggage hall at Heathrow when she landed earlier. Dame Helen collected the Best Actress Award on Sunday for her performance in The Queen. Sport, and it's been another busy day at the FA. Both Arsenal and Chelsea have been hit with the charge of failing to control their players during the Carling Cup final brawl. At the same time, they rejected both Emmanuel Adebayor and John Obi Mikel's claims of wrongful dismissal, as well as charging Emmanuel Eboué with violent conduct. And Arsene Wenger is less than amused.
The whole system, I believe, is not honest. That's my opinion. And when I hear what's coming out today from the FA, for me that's very bad.
Remember, there's news to go on the LBC Plus page of our website, lbc.co.uk. London's travel, there are delays on Grosvenor Place from Hyde Park Corner heading towards the Victoria one-way system because of roadworks. And London's weather, as we take in the second warmest winter on record, is right now it's 11 degrees Celsius at Hyde Park. Sunset at 5:34 and showers tonight with the wind increasing, a low of 7 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, showers through the day, some heavy. Sunrise at 6:49, a top temperature of 11 degrees Celsius again. LBC at 7:03.
I'm Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre. So those delays in the centre of town are continuing on Grosvenor Place. The roadworks at the Victoria one-way system still causing delays back towards Hyde Park there. East of town in Romford, the A127 looking slow heading out of town because of an accident just by the M25 interchange. And it's also busy around Barking as a bus has broken down on Cambridge Road just by Station Approach. London buses are reporting quite severe delays in the area there. Lower Addiscombe Road in Croydon looking slow past the roadworks at Cherry Orchard Road. And busy around the Hammersmith one-way system because of roadworks on Butterwick, although it's moving fairly well this evening so far, according to London Traffic Control. Checking the motorways, the M1 slow away from town, from the M25 up to Junction 9, the A5, because of the roadworks, and the M25 itself slow clockwise from 14 to 17. That's Heathrow round to Rickmansworth. Tubes and trains pretty much running on time, though. Your next update is in 15 minutes. LBC 97.3 Travel with Confused.com. Tired of searching for car insurance online? Confused.com, make it simple.
This isn't the Ritz, it's a small town caff. I pay all my wages as cash in hand.
Yeah, but don't you...
Hey, don't worry about tax and national insurance. Ask no questions and you'll get no lies. Now there's your wages, in cash.
Well, Mr. Walker...
And if you don't like it, well, it's tough. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Is there?
If your employer is paying cash in hand, they may not be paying your national insurance contributions. This means you may not get a state pension or be entitled to benefits when you need them. Call HM Revenue and Customs on 0800 788 887 and we'll do something about it. You do not need to leave your name and address.
How did Crufts get to be the biggest dog show in the world? Take the oldest dog show at the Birmingham's NEC, then add a new fun-packed arena with fast and fun agility and over 20,000 dogs. Save money and buy your tickets in advance. Call the NEC box office on 0870 902 8849. Crufts, 8th to 11th of March. Bigger and better than ever.
So, how's the diary looking tomorrow?
You've an 8:30 with the chairman. He didn't sound happy. Staff appraisals, 9 till 3. Then dentist at 4. Your root canal work.
Ah, great.
If you'd like to escape, British Airways will provide the excuse. Over 300,000 available seats to Marrakesh and Malaga. Fares from London Heathrow to Malaga start from just £45 one way, including tax. Book now at ba.com. Flights operated by GB Airways. Conditions apply.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Did you have a nice weekend? What was that all about? All the emails are rubbish, so I'm not going to read any out.
What's happened to these headphones? For goodness sakes, hang on a second. Sorry, Helen, I'm not saying hello to you, right? Right. That's almost better. Yeah, that'll do. It doesn't matter. It's only radio. Right, okay, yeah. Yes, I'm back. Thanks, Nick Abbott, for filling in. I say thanks. He got paid for it. He didn't do it as a freebie. I heard it was very good. I'm a big fan of Nick Abbott. If you liked that, you should listen Saturday evenings, 10 to 1. And he's filling in for me next week when I'm off as well. So, I assume it's him. He's the best there is. Okay. You know what happens. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, can I have an Iain Lee specialist nickname, please?
Can you have a what?
An Iain Lee specialist nickname, please.
You want a specialist nickname?
Yes, please.
How about Duckface?
Duckface. Okay, can I have a backup one?
You cannot have a backup nickname. You have the nickname you're given, and that's it.
Shut up! I'm on the radio.
Yeah, shut up. You're not on the radio anymore. Yes, line 8, you're on the radio.
Very happy birthday to the old baby, which is 100 years old today. Happy birthday.
The old baby, did he say? Or the old Bailey? God, imagine a baby being like... Sorry, I'm just sorting everything out. I was reading the newspapers and, means I've not had a chance to sort anything out in here. Ah, dear, I just crushed a nut. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
8 years old and 14 stone. That's a lot of cake.
Yeah, there's a lot of cake. He still lives with his mum, though. Go on, line 7, give it to us.
I'm having trouble listening to LBC at 7.3 because Boise FM is playing in my area. Dragon meat sausage.
Oh dear, the Dragon Meat Sausage Man is not a happy bunny. Because of Boise FM. We called Boise FM once, in pirate radio station. Don't get involved with them, dangerous. Probably involved in all kinds of illegal activities, including illegally broadcasting radio. That's one illegal activity that we don't need to state anymore. Yes, line 4.
I want to play some music on my harpsichord.
Could that be the new globules? We'll find out. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
I'm listening to you on Sky, and you're on 2 channels at the same time. How do you do it, Marlon Dingle?
Why, I ought to come round there and shove your Sky right up your backside. Yes, line 10.
Hello, Iain.
One of these is pre-recorded. It's this. I do Emmerdale live. Yes.
I just wanted to sing you a little song.
Okay.
All the ducks are swimming on the water, fall-da-roll-da-roll day, fall-da-roll-da-roll day.
Ooh. Is that orange jelly, I think? If I know my slightly unsuccessful, yes. Yes, line 10.
Hello, is Nick Abbott there, please?
No, he's not. Is that Derek?
Hello, is Nick Abbott there, please?
Yeah, no, it's Iain Lee.
Oh.
Have you
okay, I'm gonna have to go now.
Yes, I'm suspicious of that Derek. Yes, I believe that to be the case. I suspect that Derek will call in again later on. Yes, I've heard rumours about this, so thank you for pointing that out. 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
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 Yes?
Peterman! Do you want to buy any DVD?
I'm fine, actually. Unless you can get the whole series of Heroes. That'll be kind of good. Are there any good films? Oh, I want to see... Yeah, Hot Fuzz. Have you got Hot Fuzz? How much? £6? I'll give you £4 for it. 3 for 12. Good lad. No, it's illegal. Yes, line 7.
You will put your hands...
Where? Oh, good blimey. 0870 90 90 973. The first 30 minutes of this show, good evening. We like to take your calls straight to air. And pretty much anything goes. Don't swear, don't be libelous, all that nonsense. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Recognition for Northern Cyprus. Read. Read. Oh. Iain. Oh. 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 Iain. What's your real name, Iain? Your name's not Iain Lee. Iain. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Iain. And you've got to kill me.
On Yesterday I met Randy.
I'd like to raise 3 points that have been missed in the debate so far. Mompalutu, Fracha Chuchu, and Barry Fox for drive type.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Ken?
Hello?
It's John from Ken.
Oh.
Hello?
Ian, I'd just like to say that For Sale is a better album than Forever Changes.
Who's speaking?
Tony? Tony? Is that you, Tony?
John, Ken.
Tony Copper? Is that Copper? It's Tony Copper. I cover your ass, Copper. It's Tony.
Copper, you saying? What you
Dragon meat sausage.
You want police protection? Hello?
Hello? Can I have a nickname, please?
Copper? Police protection is offered. Hello? I want to speak Ian. Hello?
Ian.
Anybody speaking English there? I want to speak Ian.
No English.
Ian, where are you, man? You back from your dirty weekend? Is police protection required?
Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle.
Oh, 0870 90 90 973 is the phone number. Call's going straight to air. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Today I went to Beck's to buy some luggage so I can go to the World Cup.
Excellent stuff. Sounds like a fun day. Yes, line 4, you're on the wireless.
Ian, your picture on the LBC website.
Yes.
Have you considered being James Bond in that nice black setting you've got there?
Oh, is that the one with the dummies around me?
That's the one, yeah, you look like James Bond.
Have you? A lot of people ask what my producer, Agent Chris, looks like. He's in that picture.
Well, he is the dummy.
He is actually in that picture.
I thought he was the dummy.
But he's always the dummy, to quote Peter Talk from the film Head. But yes, line 1, you're the last call straight to air before the travel.
Standard, Evening Standard Classified News. From today, it's £60 fine and 3 points on your licence for using your phone while driving. So don't do it. If you have to, go hands-free. And be careful out there. More news tomorrow.
Thank you for that, Standard Man.
Okay, Ian, speak to you soon.
Good lad. Travel news now, here's Alan Joyce.
Thanks, Ian. A2 going coastbound, 2 lanes closed to turn, and that's causing queues back to Dartford Heath. It's one of a series.
Good evening.
Please, please me, oh yeah, like I please you. I don't listen to the early Beatles stuff very often, because I don't really like it. All that rock and roll stuff. I kind of listen from, where would I listen from? From Rubber Soul onwards. But do you know what? Maybe I should go and treat myself to the first 4 Beatles albums on CD. I've not got them. So the first 4 Beatles albums would be Please Please Me. Gosh, this is a test. Hang on a second. Please Please Me. Is it Meet the Beatles with the Beatles? Is that the second one? Beatles for Sale, which is not a very good album. And then I think A Hard Day's Night might be number 4. So get the first 5. Then you get Help next, and I think that's right. If anyone can phone me in and correct me on my Beatles dates, that would be good. 0870 9090 973. And I wish I'd had a chance to chat with that fool who thought that For Sale was better than Forever Changes. Nonsense. Although, I would argue that False Start is better than For Sale and almost as good as Forever Changes. A little bit dull, but never mind. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello there.
I've actually got on the wireless. Right, listen, all I want to ask, to say was...
Yes. Is it a question or a statement?
It's a statement.
So there's no question mark and no inflection at the end?
Basically, you're doing exactly what I'm ringing about.
Okay. What are you ringing about?
Clever all the time, but basically what I'm ringing is, I'm amazed that do you have a show every day of the week?
Sorry?
Time. Do you have a show every day of the week?
I have this show, Mondays to Fridays, 7 till 10, and the Sunday night show, 10 till 1 in the evening.
And on every one of your shows, do you allow the first half an hour to be taken up with total idiots that have been taking up radio time whilst I've been sitting here cooking my dinner?
The first 30 minutes of this show, yes. Hey, and guess what, Natasha?
You think to say, well, I'm one of those idiots. You
No.
think you're very smart.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
Oh, amazing.
Hey, now listen. I tell you what.
See, what it is, I think...
No, let me... Listen, you've asked me... Natasha, you've asked me a question.
Yeah, crack on.
Natasha, you've asked me a question.
Crack on, my dear.
Will you let me answer it?
Yeah,
and could you do me the decency, please, of doing what I'm doing to you, and that is listening and being polite and being mature? Could you do that?
Yes, I can do this.
Well, then, do it.
Yeah,
Because at the moment you're coming across...
what I say.
Natasha, at the moment you're coming across as being very rude and very close-minded. And I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're very polite and very...
You must understand that, because that's part of my phone call, because that's how I find you.
Okay. I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're very intelligent and very polite. But you're not... I'm going to finish this sentence.
Okay.
I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're very intelligent and polite, but you're not coming across like that. So maybe you want to think about how you are portraying yourself. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Yes, Mondays to Fridays, 7 till 7...
You didn't answer that, but what...
No, I didn't, Natasha. I didn't answer... Natasha, Natasha, I didn't answer... I didn't finish the question. I didn't finish the answer. So...
When do I get to speak?
When I've answered your question, you stop interrupting like a rude woman. The answer to your question is... Your question was... Do you remember, Natasha, what your question was?
I'm really sorry. I'm speaking to the DJ on the radio, darling.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
First of all, I'm not a DJ, as I do not jockey discs. I'm a presenter.
Right, we're getting somewhere now.
Do you remember what your question was? I bet you don't, do you?
Yes, I do.
Go on then, what was it?
You always fill in the first half an hour of your show
Right.
with the kind of people that I've been listening
Well
to.
remembered. Okay, I will finish answering that question for you.
You don't think I'm intelligent, do you? Because you thought I'd forgotten what I'd asked.
I will finish that question for you.
God, I wish you'd let me finish something I was going to say.
You've asked a question, and we'll let you get to your...
There was something else I also wanted
We
to ask.
will get to
You're
your...
taking such a long time in answering.
No.
You won't get to the point.
Do you know why I'm taking such a long time in answering?
Because you won't get to the point.
Because you keep interrupting. I'm going to give you...
like the sound of your own voice.
I'm going to give you the answer if you just keep quiet.
Okay.
So the question was, do we allow the first half hour of the show? Mondays to Fridays, 7 till 7:30, yes, the calls...
Come on, you've plugged your show long enough. I know what time
No, I've not told you... Natasha, is this woman for real? Natasha, I'm telling you what parts of the show go straight to air.
We get the first half an hour.
The first half an hour of the Monday to Friday, and the Sunday night show, get this, the whole 3 hours is calls straight to air. And do you know what?
Yeah.
It gets approximately... When we took over the Sunday night slot, it received, at its peak, about 6,000 listeners per half hour, at its peak.
Do you know why?
Do you know how many it gets now that we do that show?
Go ahead. Sorry, I don't.
Nearly 70,000 listeners. So that's almost 11 times the audience it was getting before.
But do you know why?
Do I know why what?
You get so many listeners, obviously, in that period of time when it goes straight to air.
Because people like listening to slightly unpredictable, freakish radio, I guess.
Not always. Sometimes people listen, because obviously you've got the choice. I have the choice to turn off my radio.
Correct.
But
Well done,
I
yes.
also think there's a lot of really, really boring, stupid, lonely people out there
Yes.
who just ring up and have nothing important to say and make strange noises. And I'm amazed that, like half an hour of your show is based on that.
I know, it's great, isn't
And
it?
also, now I am on the radio.
Yes.
It'd be really nice to get my point across once and for all.
Well, I tell you what, I will do you... Natasha, I will do you the decency that you didn't do me, and I will let you speak and I won't interrupt. Away you go.
I've listened to your show whilst driving, And I found that you've been so rude to people sometimes, and all they're doing is trying to get across their opinion. And you, say, for instance, there was once you was talking, and you were saying that you knew...
She's gone. I'm going to call her back, because I wouldn't have thought she wanted to bottle out there. This is good fun, isn't it? Maybe she did bottle out there. Maybe she realised that she actually had a moment to speak.
Hello?
Hello, Natasha, you seem to have disappeared. I don't know what happened.
I didn't. I thought you cut me off.
No, I didn't cut you off. I've just called you back.
Right, then. What I was trying to say is...
Yes, Natasha.
...is to you... One moment. Can you turn that down, Billy, please?
Yeah, could you do... No, Natasha, sorry, I've called you back. Could you have the decency of either speaking to me or speaking to the person you're with?
I would do. Can you hear what the man's saying? Can I please speak to him? Thank you.
Well, you're doing it, Natasha. It's like speaking to a child.
That's it.
You're doing the same thing. Either have the conversation with me...
Who's one of your listeners?
Either have the conversation with me, or speak to the... or put the phone down.
I've got a son who's 12 who is a little bit of a nuisance, so he's now out of my way.
He's a nuisance, is he?
Yes, he is. A bloody nuisance sometimes, as all children are. Have you not got children?
No, I don't know.
Oh, well, you'll realise that one day.
What an awful, awful mother this woman is. Anyway, carry on, Natasha. Do carry on, even though you're a terrible mother.
Why am I an awful mother?
Your 12-year-old son is a bloody nuisance?
Yes, he's a bloody nuisance sometimes.
Oh, God, you break my heart. You break my heart.
People, please, ring up to this gentleman and explain to him how kids are sometimes a bloody nuisance.
Natasha, get to your point, because you're an awful woman, you're a bully, you're a bully, you're a bad mother, and you don't understand how radio works. But carry on.
Well, no, I'm not a radio presenter, so no, of course I don't.
You don't have to be a radio presenter to understand how radio works. Do you have a radio in your house? Yes. Then you should have a basic understanding of how it works.
What I'm saying is, I think you're really self-opinionated.
Okay.
You never, ever listen to anyone else's point of view.
Listening to you better than you're listening to me.
Your point of view is always, you never say, in my opinion, you always say that a certain music is rubbish. And that is it. 100% rubbish. And just because you don't like it, you cannot see that other people do. And I just thought I would ring for once and say that, well, now you've been so rude to me by daring to call me a bad mother.
Natasha, everybody who's listening to this knows that you have been much...
My son's a bloody nuisance. Oh, my God, I think I'll go...
Does this woman let anybody speak?
Put my up to the social services because he's a bloody nuisance sometimes while I'm cooking the dinner, and I've got a...
Natasha, I'm not talking about that. Natasha, listen. Right, okay. She can't listen to anything I'm saying. She doesn't realise the fact now that no one can hear what she's saying because the fader is down. This woman is the rudest, thickest idiot I have ever spoken to. I'm not even speaking to her because she's not listening. At least when I have an argument with someone, look, listen, she's still going.
So therefore, I'm speaking to
There we go. At least when I argue with someone, I have the decency to let them breathe and speak. And look, she's still going again, listen.
Why are you arguing with me? You're the one who wanted to start saying about being a bad
Natasha,
mother.
I have to cut you off because we're going to the adverts. I have to cut you off because we're going to the adverts.
But you just cut to the lowest.
Okay, stay there. We'll speak to you after these.
City Maroon Evening.
Natasha, we have to go to the news.
Yes.
Would you like to stick around and come back after the news? No, your signal's breaking up.
I think I pretty much got my point across.
I don't think you did, because you did it in such a bad way. I think you could...
Stay on air or don't you?
I'd like you to stay on air and come back after the news.
Fair enough.
Lovely. Okay, will you let me speak, though, then?
Pardon?
Good girl.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening. Call 0870 90 90 973.
That's the phone number. I've actually got stuff to talk about this evening, which is a rarity for this show. But before, well, I think probably about 15 minutes ago, Natasha called in to complain about the Triple M section of the show. Now, regular listeners will know it's the 30 minutes of this show and the 3 hours on the Sunday night where calls go straight to air. Natasha, I don't quite understand what upsets you so much about it.
No, it isn't just that upsets me at all.
Okay.
Basically, as I was started to say, but as you went to the news or whatever it was...
I have to do that as a contractual obligation.
Of course. Something has to pay the wages, put the money in, doesn't it?
Well, no, that's the adverts. News
I
doesn't
waited for those too, didn't I?
Sorry?
I did wait for those also, didn't I?
Yes. Let's focus on one thing at a time, because I know you're going to reel off a long
We've
list.
gone to one, and now I'm getting on to the
Well,
other.
no. Let's. The thing is, we haven't dealt with the one thing, so we'll get to the long list in a second. Let's start with the straight to air calls. The first 30 minutes. Why does that scare you and make you so uncomfortable?
It didn't scare me and make me so uncomfortable. I just amazed me that your producers allow you to get away with having half of your show that way. That's all.
Half an hour of the show that way.
Because you just depend on people ringing in, don't you, really,
Right,
and just
yes.
talking crap.
But why is that so bad?
Well, no, it isn't so bad, but it's not exactly excellent radio, is it?
What? Okay, let's try it a different way, because you're not going to answer the question. What is...
I answered you to the best of my ability. It may not be the best of... Yeah, it may not be good enough for you. But
It wasn't good enough for me. It
answer.
wasn't good enough for me.
Well, nothing much is by the sound of it, is it?
Not much
So
that's
you
coming
come
out of
across-
not much that's coming out of your mouth, because you're not actually that intelligent.
Oh,
and I'm
well,
starting.
I'm talking non-stop, so make your mind up, Ian. Come on, mate.
You are talking non-stop, yes.
Oh, God.
But none of it is of any great worth or import. But
I thought you said I wasn't saying anything at all. Not much was coming out of my mouth.
of any great worth or import, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
These
So,
long words, eh?
well, import is only 6 letters. It's not that long.
That was quick. Did you use your fingers?
Natasha, we can either have a proper discussion about this, or
I'm waiting for you to do
no,
so.
you're not though. You're doing silly, childish.
Peeling potatoes and waiting for you to do so.
You're doing silly, childish little snipes that your darling
That's
12.
what you do. That's what you depend on to keep your show on air.
Yeah, you're doing silly, childish little snipes.
As I said, that's what you depend on to keep your show on air.
Yeah, I'm going to finish this sentence, so please stop interrupting, because you're coming across really badly.
Good.
You're doing... oh, so you want to come across badly, do you?
No, not at
Why?
all, but there's
Why
a
do you
thing-
want to? Why do you want to?
I think you're such a rude man. But I
Okay.
think it wouldn't hurt you to have someone be quite as rude to you and just tell you how
Yeah,
they feel.
but
It isn't
it's-
false, it is genuinely
Yeah,
how I feel. I
yes,
think I heard you, an old lady was
very
on your
sad.
show one day, and you screamed at her and called her a muppet, and she was genuinely, you could hear in her voice, she was
Okay,
genuinely shocked. And you did it again and again.
Yeah.
I thought that was really bullying.
Didn't scream at her.
In fact, so much so that I come home and I said to my husband, I thought it was unbelievable.
Okay, you actually said that to your husband, did you?
I actually did.
Wow, that is amazing. Didn't scream at her. Would have called her a muppet, because if she was behaving like a muppet or being stupid or being an idiot, then I would.
She was a really little, quiet old lady. She was shocked as hell.
What's that got to do with it? What has her age got to do with it? If an old woman phones up and says something stupid,
No,
I will
she
tell
spoke
her.
very politely. Why
Natasha,
didn't you
listen,
to her?
Natasha, this is only going to work if I've let you finish your sentences. You
No,
let
you
me finish
haven't
mine.
Let me finish. That's what I'm saying. You haven't let me finish. She was being really, really polite to you.
You've made this point already. You've made this
And
point.
you were
An old
very
lady
rude
phoned up,
to
I
her.
screamed at her and called her a muppet. You've made that point. Can I
Yeah.
respond to that?
Oh, what, do you want to go over that bit then?
No, I want to
No, you really want to talk about
No,
that?
Natasha, I want to respond to it.
Oh, go ahead then.
Okay. If I called her stupid or called her a muppet, it's because she said something that was stupid or was muppet-like. I would only say something like that to someone if they deserved it. Now, whether they're old or young or disabled or able-bodied or whatever they are, everyone here gets treated exactly the same. You wouldn't want me to patronise her because she's elderly, would you, and give her a soft treatment, would you?
No, I just thought it'd be nice if you didn't seem to scare the poor old cow. That's all I'm saying.
If she phoned up, I don't know the incident you're talking about, so I'm kind of guessing here.
No, it's the way you do your show, Ian. You know
Yes.
that. That's meant to be. That's your plug sort of thing. That's
Yes.
how you are. I mean, you
It's interesting, though,
grease
isn't it?
things and things. What is?
I don't grease anything. It's interesting, isn't it? That
Grease. I did scream.
it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That during this phone conversation, you've been much, much ruder and much louder and much more childlike than me.
Because you get to do your shows all through the week, don't you?
No.
And I'm just making my one point now. I got
No.
through and I thought, sod it, I think I'll tell him.
Yeah.
You decided to call me a bad mother because I was
This woman's got
betrayed
really
and I said that my
issues.
son was a bloody nuisance.
This woman.
And I'm
Yeah,
a
I'm
bad
going to, Natasha. I'm going to ask you just to stop, just to tone the language down a little bit, because we do have young people
What
listening.
did I say?
I don't really want to repeat. Just the constant build-up of soft swear words is slightly
Now
unacceptable.
you're trying to say that I'm going to be rude and so
Okay, Natasha, I'm going to do the list. I'm going to do the list of words that you said, which are okay in small doses, but you keep saying sod and bloody and crap. I'd really like you to stop using those words so
It
constantly.
isn't very harsh language, is it?
It isn't very harsh.
It is for the radio, but it isn't harsh language.
Natasha, it isn't very harsh language, but when you keep using it, and we do have people 4, 5, 6 years old listening, it's not very nice. So, could you stop it?
It would have been very nice that day also when you were screaming at the old lady. That might have made them nervous too.
Okie dokie. Never screamed at an old lady.
You did.
Okay.
You screamed at her. She was a muppet
Okay.
3 times.
Do you want to talk to some of the callers, Natasha?
I don't really care. I just
Do you
want
want to talk? Do you want to
Yeah.
You want to talk?
Go on.
Missy, say hello to Natasha.
Natasha.
Hello, what's your name? Sorry, I didn't hear.
It's Misty.
Hello, Misty.
Right, you've just urged callers with children to ring in, right? And I've got 2 boys.
Sorry, hold on 1 minute. You're cracking up a little bit. I've got to hear this properly. What was that?
You have urged callers with children to ring in. Yeah?
Have I ever heard children ringing in?
You deaf? You have urged callers to ring in with children.
Yeah.
Right? I'm calling in. What is your problem? Why is your son a nuisance?
Natasha, why is your... Mrs. asking, why is your son a nuisance?
I can hear you properly. I can't hear
Well,
you.
maybe it's a bad line. Well, maybe it's a bad line. It does happen on telephone sometimes. Mrs. asking, why is your son a nuisance?
Because I was trying to speak to you on the radio and you was complaining about me answering my son. And where I'm not a bad mum, I was responding to my son and explaining what I was doing. And in doing that, jokingly, I said to you, oh, he's a bloody nuisance. And you've made a huge thing out of it. And now I've got someone called Missy apparently going to complain at me about whatever, I don't know.
No, she's just asking you a question, Natasha.
Yeah, but I didn't-
I noticed that you're being incredibly defensive about everything. You're always on the back foot. Why is that? What's wrong?
Oh, Ian, what do you want me to tell you my problems?
Well, there's something that's wrong with you. There's something that's making you very tense and very angry, and won't let. It means you won't let people finish. Mrs. Come on.
I couldn't hear that.
Missy has come on. You couldn't even hear her. You had no idea what she was going to say, and instantly.
I'm sorry I said the word again.
Natasha, let me finish the sentence. Listen, I've turned you down. Missy has come on. You couldn't hear her. You didn't know what she was going to say, and instantly you were attacking her. Why is that?
I totally disagree with you. I thought I was
I
really
know.
polite.
Natasha, I would love to, at the end of this, so Fred has sent me an email, at the end of this, would you mind, and you can say no, would you mind staying on the line and giving my producer off-air your address? Because what I would love to do is I would love to send you a recording of the last half an hour of you speaking. Because I think you might be quite surprised by it.
Okay.
I think you might be
I don't
quite
think
surprised.
so. I mean, I do live with me. I am me, so I do know.
But I don't think you know quite what you sound like. Say hello to Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hello, mate. Natasha, hello, mate.
Hello, Mark.
Listen, Natasha, this dumbfounds me all the time, right? Ian's got a core of listeners who we all enjoy what he says. We all have a laugh. We all enjoy Triple M. After you listen to it for 3 minutes, Triple M, why don't you turn over to another radio station?
Of course I can. That's what I said at the beginning of the
Why don't you do that? Why do you have to ring in and say to Ian, this show is crap? Why don't you say
I didn't
BAB or whatever, switch over to 5 Live? You might get a re-recording of Gorley, because, you know, he fears Ian.
Right. May I speak?
Yeah, of course.
The reason why I rang in, as I explained, I've tried to ring before. I find Ian a very self-opinionated person who's very rude to people whilst, on his show.
But me
that's
and the
all
other
I'm
listeners
saying.
don't find that. We don't find him rude because we've been listening to him a long time. We know his sense of humour. We know what he's all about. And you just
What is the big deal?
and then you start saying that your son's a bloody nuisance. I mean, what's the matter with you? On national radio as well. Let's hope his school friends don't hear that tomorrow, eh?
Go and hang yourself.
Goodbye, my friend. Yeah, goodbye.
Mark, thanks for that. Thanks for that. You say you're going to hang yourself, Natasha. That's a bit harsh,
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
of course, exactly. Twist that as well.
Olivia, say hello to Natasha.
Hello, Natasha.
Hello, Olivia.
Well, actually, Ian, I'm a first-time caller, and I'm calling up to complain about her.
Okay.
My 3-year-old daughter's in my car and is now going around saying bloody.
Yeah, it's not
Oh, I'm so sorry. I suppose in the outside world, day to day, you never hear a word like that. No,
Well, I don't say
that while
consistently.
talking down.
Actually, I'm talking
not
here nice.
If you let me finish, I said while talking down the street, you never hear that.
Natasha, fair play. You've had 30 minutes of radio. Let Olivia say something.
What do you mean to stay on for Christ's sake?
Let Olivia, Natasha, come on, please. You've had 30 minutes of radio. You can stay on all night if you want. I really don't mind. But just let Olivia say something.
Let us have her say first. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thanks, Ian. First of all, I'd like to say, Ian, I've been listening to your show for about a year now, and I think it's the greatest show on LBC. This is the only show on LBC I listen to, and I think you're funny. I copy all the things you say and go around saying them to my friends, and everyone thinks you're great. And I think Natasha should come off the phone. If she doesn't like you, she shouldn't listen to LBC.
Olivia, may I please reply to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
You think he's so wonderful and so this and so that. It just proves how small-minded you must be. If you go around and copy the things that he says to his friends.
Because it's funny, and actually, you're not actually funny. You're actually very annoying, and I don't see why you.
Yeah, I might
So
be
you
annoying,
suffer in the last half an hour.
Yeah, You're complete. But I didn't want to stay on the phone.
And you're just yapping. You're just yapping a load of rubbish as well.
And you're not, are you, sweetheart?
I'm not. You are. You've been chatting rubbish and preventing me from having a laugh with Ian.
A radio presenter.
Have you got anything good to say, then?
No, I didn't even want to speak to you.
Olivia,
You wanted to talk to me.
Olivia, thank you for that. Natasha, I've got to go to the travel. Can you stick around for after the travel?
No, you're joking, aren't you? I'm not spending any money on this.
We called you up. We're paying for this phone call. Not costing you a penny.
You didn't call me. No,
we called you back. Do you remember?
No, you didn't.
Natasha, do you remember? Do you remember you got cut off and we called you back? You thought we'd cut you off.
I got cut off, yes.
We called you back, yeah, so we're paying for this.
Sorry.
So would you stick around to come back after the travel?
I thought I'm a really, really bad person on the phone.
I didn't say that. I said what you talk is nonsense, but it's entertaining nonsense.
Is it possible that there is anybody there that you could choose on the phone line that isn't an Ian Lee fan? And they possibly agree that sometimes...
Listen, Natasha, I've got to go to the travel because Alan Joyce is waiting. Can we have this discussion afterwards?
Go on, mate.
Lovely. I'm loving this. I can do this till 10 o'clock. Oh, God, I'm really happy. Travel news now, Alan Joyce.
If you're heading on to...
Good evening.
OK. I've still got Natasha on the line. We're going to clear a couple of lines. If you agree with Natasha, because Chris is just putting the calls through as they come in. He's not screening them or vetting them. He's talking to them, but he's not putting through my supporters in inverted commas. So if you agree with Natasha, I would genuinely love to talk to you. 0870... 9090973. So, Natasha, we know that you don't like the straight-to-air section of the show. Then you're about to start a long list of other things about me you dislike.
I didn't. There was no long list. And also, I also think this phone call's gone on a really long time. It's also just a bit too long now, sort of thing.
Okay.
It was only meant to be a brief call, literally.
Yes, I know, you're going to do a hit and run, but you stayed on for about 35 minutes. And well done for doing that. I'm not patronising you, I genuinely mean that. Well done.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm genuinely... A lot of people would have sworn and put the phone down by now, would have called me whatever and put the phone down, or wouldn't have answered again when I called back, but you have done that, and so we respect you for that. That has to be applauded.
You sound like Jeremy Kyle.
I sound like who?
Jeremy Kyle. You respect me for that.
Have you been on the Jeremy Kyle show? Do you watch it, though?
You'd like me to. You'd love me to have said I've been on the Jeremy Kyle
No, not at all. Do you watch it, though?
No, I don't. I've heard about it, though. Everyone's heard about the Jeremy Kyle show.
How do you know that I sound like him, then?
Huh? No, you sound like this thing, because you hear...
No, you did just say...
No, you watch comedians. You also do impersonations.
You did just say I sound like him.
The words you said. Oh, I can't get into a boring argument about this. Christ's sake, Tony James on
No,
the
what? Can you not see... Natasha, can you not see what I'm trying to say to
you?
you?
I can see what you're trying to say, but I've just explained to you. It's a catchphrase that I've heard off the show.
What am I trying... Natasha, what am I trying to say to you? Because I don't think you're getting what I'm trying to say... The point I'm making here, which is a very important point.
You're saying that I watch the programme.
No.
I don't watch.
No, you've missed it. That's the superficial point I'm making. There is a much deeper point, and I can explain it to you if you want.
Thank you.
The point is, you really need to listen and...
I know that.
No, I've not finished.
I know.
Not finished. You need to listen to what other people are saying. And when I say listen, not just hear the words, but actually hear the meaning. And then you need to think about what they've said, think about what you're going to say before you say it. Because I would say about 5% of what you've said tonight has made sense and has been perfectly valid and has been a good argument. 95% of what you said has been childish, tittle-tattle, coming back with silly little things, saying stuff that doesn't make sense and doesn't correlate to what I've said. Would you agree with that?
I'm just sitting here at the end of the phone, bored. That's why I rang the programme in the first place. So it doesn't matter really how I reply.
Well, it does, no, Natasha, it does, because we're having a conversation. Of course it matters how you reply. Of course it matters how you reply.
No, not to me, it doesn't.
Well, then that's quite sad.
I'm not going into it. I'm not going to go into it.
That's quite sad. So do you always have... Every conversation I have, I had a conversation with the postman today. I got up early. I had to go and sign for a thing. Everything I said to that man, I thought about. Not one word came out of my mouth that I hadn't thought about.
That's very sensible of you.
Well, exactly. Every conversation I have, I try and give as much to it as I can in both terms of listening and response, because it's polite and because it ultimately makes me a better person. Why can't you do that?
Because it's not in my nature. That's not me.
Okay.
For these people that I've got respect for and things, then, yeah, of course I listen to them because it's important.
Okay.
But when it's something important, like something as silly as this,
Do you know what?
it doesn't bother me that much.
I think in some ways it's just as important to listen to people you don't respect, because you learn why you don't respect them, and you learn what makes you different from them.
Okay. Right then, now, what I'm going to do now, Ian...
Do you want to say hello to Ela? Ela, speak to Natasha.
Oh, Ian, every time I go to the... Hi, Ian.
Hello, Ela.
Hi, Natasha.
Hello, Ela.
Hi, Natasha. Natasha, I've been listening to you and Ian, for a few minutes. And you called Ian a self-opinionated person.
Yes, I did. I do think so.
I wonder, when you are putting forward your opinions, what does that mean? Because we all have opinions, and
I didn't understand what you said. I'm pushing across my opinion.
Yes, you have been pushing your opinions while talking to Ian on the phone, very forcefully, and that's okay, because they are your opinions. But surely you can see that that's also self-opinionated.
No, this is my point. I agree that what I'm saying is my opinion, and my opinion only. But from what I've heard Ian Lee speaking to people before, what I've heard him saying, they are expressing their opinion, and he said, no, it's rubbish. And he is self-opinionated in that way. At least, if people are telling me one thing, I will say, well, yes, you may be right, but my opinion is... I said to them, my opinion this evening, he said, no, I may have not been in my most right on the telephone.
Yes, you are right. Because now I'm saying, yes, you are right as far as they are your opinions, but I have my own opinions. I may listen to you, and Ian does.
And of course, and then you can share your opinion.
Look, you're not even allowing me to finish what I'm trying to say. Ian at least will allow me to finish what I say, and then he may or may not agree with my opinion, and that's okay, because this is all about, learning from each other.
But at least
so in that way, we are all self-opinionated.
Yes, I am slightly.
Ela, good effort. She's not listening to what you're saying, but good effort. I'm going to read you an email, Natasha. This is on your side. It's from Alison.
Right.
This lady on the line is very funny and giving you a run for your money. The sycophantic callers ringing in... This is just for balance. You're welcome. The sycophantic callers ringing in to support you sound like a load of pathetic goons. Don't call her a baddie. I think she means bad mother, Ian. You always have to go too personal, and they are talking about the show. You hit below the belt too much. That's from Alison Lintott. So you've got some supporters.
Yes, and that is all exactly what the lady said. That is all. Yeah, that's how I wanted to come across.
I tell you, very quick, Natasha, stay there. I've got to do one ad. I've got Tarek is on your side, but I've got to do this ad for contractual reasons. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hepatitis evening.
Okay, thank you for your patience, Natasha. Tarek, you're on her side.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Natasha. You allow these people half an hour in the beginning of the show. You never talk about parking tickets, Iraq. You never talk about the anarchy that's going on in our country, the hoodies. What's going on? Why don't you talk about these subjects, We want to talk about them. We got too much political correctness in this country,
Is political correctness gone mad?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Natasha, would you rather I talked about those things?
Well, I don't mean to be rude. I mean, the fellow was meant to be on my side, but I didn't really quite understand what he was saying. I didn't really see what it had to do with me.
Yeah, what do you mean you don't understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is...
Sorry, I didn't know you were still there, mate. Yeah, I understand you're agreeing with me and all that, but I also wouldn't get on the radio and start talking about politics and things like that. Yeah, I might be interested in listening to them. I suppose I'm right. I suppose I'm right in that way, but...
Yeah, I listen to sports talk all the time. They talk about bus tickets.
I was going to do a quick call, but it's turned into this.
No, what I'm saying is, don't you ever listen to sports talk?
No.
They talk about parking tickets. They got lovely presenters like James Well and John Gaunt.
No, I do. I just catch shows at sort of different times. It's just like, not shows that I listen to purposely on each day or whatever. I just catch it whilst in the car.
You might like John Gaunt. That's a good suggestion there from Terry.
John Gaunt is a brilliant guy, you know what I mean?
Mate, that's Steve Allen on a Sunday. He makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's good. He sent me a lovely email, Steve Allen.
I knew you liked Steve Allen. I could tell you're a Steve Allen fan, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a real Steve Allen fan. We love his Marks and Spencers.
Tarek, thanks for that. I could sit and chat about Steve Allen all day. Natasha, listen, thank you for being a good sport.
Thank you.
Can I put you through to my producer?
What for the thing?
I'd love to send you the CD of it so you can have a little memento of the evening because you've been such a good sport. And also, who knows? Maybe, probably not at some point in the future, you might learn something from it. And I really hope you do.
Ian. You never know.
You never know, Natasha. I think I've learnt a lot tonight. Thanks very much. Stay on the line, Chris, to take your details.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow. 0870 90 90 973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's not dwell on that. We've done 45 minutes. Wow, I've got a runny nose. Not my third cold of the year, is it? I woke up with a sore throat. Anyway, let's not really dwell on that too much. We've had 45 minutes out of that. That was good fun, though, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. We haven't had a call like that for absolutely ages. Anyway, now, I want to word with you, Helen. I was listening to a bit of Nick Abbott last night. Nick is going, well, where's Iain gone? Oh, he's in Amsterdam with Chris. That came from your mouth. Yes, I heard that. So, that's not true. Yes, I did hear that. So, you're busted. I was at home I got home and I was cooking my tea. I thought, you cheeky mare, how dare you? I was not in Amsterdam with Chris. I've had loads of emails about this as well. What did we get up to? I wasn't there. Chris was there. I was in the Cotswolds. I was in the Cotswolds all weekend, and then we had to leave the hotel Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. Drove to Dorset. 2 3/4 hours to Dorset to go to Monkey World. Oh, man, it was fantastic. Anyway, we can talk about that. I've got lots of other stuff, including the question. You know, in hotel rooms, and this is a genuine question, and hopefully we can put this to rest within 15 minutes. Hotel rooms, the small little sort of fold-away chairs, but they're not chairs. They've got slats on. What are they for? Are they for drying clothes? They can't be. They'd give you a clothes horse, wouldn't they? 0870 90 90 973. And other stuff to talk about, anything you want to talk about as well. Let's not dwell too much on Natasha. It could get a little bit dull. More of your calls after the latest LBC 97.3 news.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Awesome. Oh, yes. Awesome. I've got one too. That's very, very jolly of you, boy.
Etc., etc., etc. Richard Griffiths, I've met the man. He's not going to climb through a window. He's a big man. It's Uncle Monty from Withner. He's a big man. There ain't no window in the world big enough for that dude to get through. No disrespect, he's a lovely fellow. Met him a couple of times. Very nice gentleman. But I don't believe that for 1 second. 0870 90 90 973. I'm back. It's kind of a short week for me. I wasn't here yesterday. I'm not here next week. So make the most of it. Come and get it while it's hot. Let's leave Natasha behind, I think. There's no point in dwelling on that. It's very rare that we dedicate a whole 45 minutes of the show to one caller. So let's kind of leave that. I think is probably the best. And is it Anthony in the Hoddesdon?
It is.
Sweet home Alabama. Where the flipping heck have you been?
I've been very busy, boy.
Yes, in the olden days, we couldn't get rid of you, and we tried. We'd moved studios, we'd changed phone numbers, and you'd still manage to get through to us every single day. And now I can't find you for love nor money.
I know, I've been busy. How are you? Nice to speak to you again.
Always nice to speak to you.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I've got a slight tickle in my throat, and I am worried that I'm getting my third cold of the year.
Again?
Well, no, the first time... I'm worried I'm getting a cold again, but it would be the third cold of the year.
Oh, sorry, I got you.
No, I've got it as well. But hopefully it's just a tickle.
Hopefully.
So that's fine. But I'm fine. I had a lovely, relaxing weekend away.
Cool.
Went to the Cotswolds, although I went to a wildlife park.
Any good?
No. Well, it made me a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh.
Very small cages.
Yeah.
Very small cages. They had birds, they had vultures in quite a small cage, and you think, well,
don't really want to keep...
that's not really fair. So to make up for it, I had a real quandary being there.
Say that.
The Cotswold Wildlife Park had a real quandary, because there's some good things there, but the cages were a little bit too small. And if I ran it, there was a lot of open space as well.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd make all the cages 3 times as big. And there was the space to do that. All the cages 3 times as big. And it made me a little uncomfortable. So what I did the next day to make up for it, had these little monkeys. I trained a monkey. Can you believe it? There was a little baby woolly monkey, and it came up to the window, and every time I shook my head, it turned round and put its head between its legs, every single time. And I was there, and the person I was with had a hair clip, and it was obsessed with his hair clip through the glass. And every time we walked away, the monkey would come and follow us. So we ended up started doing this thing where some kids would come and stand next to us and go, look at the monkey. And we'd go, right, let's take the monkey with us. And we'd walk off and the monkey would come and follow us.
Must love you.
It did love us. But it made me uncomfortable because the cage was so small. So what I did, to make up for it, was the next day we drove 2 3/4 hours all the way down to Dorset to go to the fantastic Monkey World, where they have got all of the room. Obviously, they're not in the jungle. That's all the room. But as much room as is humanly possible in one of those places. And Chris, I think we should let's get the Monkey World guy on the phone. Maybe when I come back from America, let's get him on the phone 15 minutes because it's such a good place.
You going to America?
I'm going to America next week.
I've been there. It's quality.
America is quality. You can't deny it.
Where's she going?
You spelt monkey wrong, Chris. You spelt monkey wrong. Unbelievable! My producer, Anthony, who's in power of quite great position of quite great power in this radio station here, although he only produces this show. Some of the other producers, Paul Ross is producer. He does this. He does John Holmes. He does Jenny Eclair. He does several shows.
Quite a few.
He only does. My producer only does this show.
Yep.
Anyway, hey, maybe one day, Chris. Maybe one day you'll get the Jim Davis health and lifestyle show that I know you want to put on your CV.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Good. Yes, I listened to a bit of that today. Yeah, he's good, Jim Davis. I like him. He's a nice fella. But an hour, I can't imagine doing the show for an hour because you just get in there. I don't warm up till about 8:15. So 15 minutes after the show finished, I'd be in the office all chatty and being funny and all witty, and they go, Ian, you're not on the radio anymore. It's finished. So, it's a good show. Anyway, so what was I saying, Anthony?
America.
Oh, it's quality there. Where have you been to in America?
I went to, it's near, I think it's Orlando I went to.
Oh, yeah.
And that part, it's Wet and Wild and, different parks and,
Wet and Wild, I've got that on DVD, I think.
Different areas.
Yeah, different areas. I'm going to go to Los Angeles. Well, this is all dependent on me getting a visa. And I spent 2 hours this morning filling in, blooming Americans, filling in two visa application forms that you have to fill in, and I got one wrong, and I had to go back and do it all. Enter your passport number, enter your names, your father's name, your mother's name. Well, have you ever had a visa before? And then what they do is on the second, you have to fill in one visa application form if you're going to work there.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're going to work there and you fall into this category, okay, that I'm about to say, you fill in another form. The category being, are you a male aged between 16 to 45? I fit in that category. So I had to fill in another form. And in this other form, I spent 20 minutes working out how to type the date in. Every time I typed the date that I'd been to college, or been to school, or had a job, that's what they wanted to know. It said, incorrect, you've entered the date incorrectly, enter it again. 20 minutes. And then they want a list of all of the countries you've been to in the last 10 years.
Why?
I don't know. But number one, guess what's number one on my list in the last 10 years?
What is it?
Pakistan.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Pakistan, 3 months. Sorry, sir, what were you doing there? I was at Al Qaeda training camp. What do you think I was doing there?
Tell me a question for some of your forms.
Seriously, man, I've been pulled into one of those. When I went to LA to work before, a few years ago, and they checked the passport. Everything's fine. Oh, sir, you have a visa for Pakistan. Would you come and sit in this room with some Mexicans who are also here potentially illegally? Oh, God. And I was worried that a man... You know, in airports, Anthony, I don't want to upset you or shock you. Airports and police stations are the only places in the world where a strange fat man can order you to drop your trousers, bend over and pull your buttocks apart.
Who work there?
They can order you to do that. And if you say no, you go to prison.
That's silly.
That is silly. So I was worried that was going to happen, and
But they didn't.
But they didn't do it. Thank God.
Have I missed anything, Ian, over the past few days?
Have I done what?
Have I missed anything? Anything happening good, or...?
Well, Nick Abbott was filling in for me yesterday, so you missed that, yeah. That would have been well good. Would have been quality. Can I start calling things quality, please, Anthony?
Yeah, if you use my word.
Nice one, thank you.
You were saying Agent Chris spelled monkey one, by the way.
Yes, he spelled M-O-N-K-E-T.
He really needs to go back to school.
Maybe he does. Anthony, I'm going to move on, because I've got a lot of phone calls. Nice to talk to you, mate.
Go, mate.
Take care, bye-bye. Bye. There we go. He hasn't called in for a while. Sylvie.
Hello.
Hello, Sylvie.
Hello. I was calling to give you the answer for the little bench you were talking
The strange little fold-away X-shaped chair that's too small and too insecure to sit on and has got slats that you
Yes.
find in hotel rooms. What the hell is it?
Well, it used to put your suitcase on.
What?
Yes, you put your suitcase on it.
Is it?
Yes, so when you
No.
go into your hotel room and you put your suitcase and you don't break your back when you undo your personal stuff.
Is that for real?
Yes.
Why not put it, hang on a second, on the bed?
Oh, it's dirty. It's dirty because your suitcase, you don't know where it has been
Well,
in
that's
the
true, I
plane or in the car and on the floor.
Do you know, I'd never thought of that suitcases are perhaps the dirtiest things I own. They are, because you're right. Once you give them to the lady, my voice is going, once you give them to the lady at the airport,
yes,
you don't see them.
No, you don't.
Although sometimes, have you ever been on an aeroplane and it's a little bit behind schedule and you look out the window and you see those fat, sweaty dudes with the big cart full of the luggage, and you go, oh, there's the luggage. Oh, there's my suitcase.
Yes.
What are they doing to it? And they just pick it up and they just chuck it on the plane. They don't give us stuff.
No, that's right. You get broken stuff as well.
Oh, you get broken stuff. And I had this once.
Yes?
I got my suitcase,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to the hotel, and I opened it up, and there was a note. It's absolutely true. There was a note in there saying, "We are airport security or whatever. We opened your suitcase and we looked in it."
Oh.
And they had a note, like a typed note, to say they'd done that.
Really?
And I'm like,
they didn't take anything away?
well, I don't know. I don't remember what I've put in. I always panic when I go away. Even this weekend, I panic that I'm going to need something, so I just put so much stuff. But it's all like gadgets and plugs and wires and books and all this stuff.
Yes, I know exactly.
So maybe they did steal something. I don't know.
No, well, if you didn't notice, then it's difficult to tell.
Well, exactly. If I don't miss it, then it doesn't matter. Sylvie, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
You've answered a question. Thank you. A question that has genuine. I'm surprised by the answer. I've got an email saying the same thing. It's for suitcases. Doesn't seem. What? A chair for suitcases? It doesn't seem right. Well, if anyone can disagree with that, 0870 90 90 973. If anyone can give me any tips I'm going to the American Embassy tomorrow, 8 a.m. To queue up to get a visa. You've got to queue up now. My old visa, you didn't need to. You sent the thing off. You've got to turn up. Since that thing in New York a few years ago, you've got to queue up. If anyone can give me any tips on what I should and shouldn't do to guarantee I get this visa, it'd be gratefully appreciated. Oh, it's the travel news now. We asked the question. Is it Joyce?
It is Joyce.
Good lad, away you go.
Right, Anisha, Portsmouth Road is...
Evening.
Wow, now this is... I don't understand how this works. Well, I know how the premise works. The Howlow auction, I know exactly how that works. I don't understand how it's a PlayStation 3 they've got. It's not a hooky one, is it? It couldn't be a hooky one. Could it, Chris?
As long as it works.
As long as it works. Ask no questions, hear no lies. The Howlow today, it's a PlayStation 3. It isn't released until March the 23rd, but you can win yourself one today on LBC, and we'll get it to you quickly after the launch date. That makes sense. It's still excellent, though. Still excellent. We need to try and do what we did with the other console and try and blag 2 free ones.
To preview.
That's it, it's a preview. But the PlayStation 3, it's going to be fantastic. I've seen shots of it online, and it's going to be fantastic. Now, the Howlow auction, you know how this works. The lowest unique bid wins the auction. The lowest bid in pence that no one else matches by the end of the auction. So, to stand a chance of winning the Sony PlayStation 3 and getting it shortly after its launch date, and to be honest, if you get one on the launch date and you didn't fancy it, you could sell it on eBay $1,000. Easily, I think. I'm not suggesting you do that, but you could do that easily. Anyway, you know what to do. Text the word LBC followed by a space, then your bid in pence to 88821. The auction ends at 11:30 tonight, and the lowest unique bidder will win a PlayStation 3 games console shortly after its release in the UK. Bidders must be over 16. Bids cost £1.50 plus your standard network rate. Bids are limited. See lbc.co.uk for full terms and conditions. So text the word LBC followed by a space, then your bid in pence to 88821. That's the way that works. Hello, Trey.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Actually, it's not. What did you say my name was? Trey?
Trey?
No, it's Craig. I think it's one of those words that Chris can't say.
Craig?
Craig, yeah.
What,
I don't think Chris-
C-R-A-I-G?
That's it. I don't think Chris can say it.
He can't spell monkey, and now he thinks that your name is Trey.
Who's called Trey?
These are the words Chris can't say. These are the words he can't say. These are the words Chris can't say. These are the words he can't say.
Chris, say Craig.
Craig.
Well, it turns out he can say it. Well, how did you mishear that and think it was Trey?
3 times as well, turns out.
Idiot.
Who's Craig?
Yeah.
It's Trey.
Trey is Craig?
Yeah. Who's Craig?
Sorry, Trey.
I'm Craig. Trey?
Right, can we call you Trey? Just for...
I'd much rather T-Trey. It's a bit more definitive.
But Trey is a name. I've heard Americans called Trey.
Well, Troy, but not Trey.
I have heard. OK, well, here's the hunt. Chris, clear a couple of lines. 0870 9090 973. Are you or do you know someone called Trey? I have heard the name Trey.
Maybe, and you could ask at the embassy when you're queuing up for your...
Oh, I'm cacking myself.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
No sudden moves. No sudden moves. Don't diss the president. Don't say the word bomb. And
don't wear a big coat.
Yeah, don't take a rucksack in there. Oh, I'm gonna do, and it's there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm even gonna have a shave. I'm gonna have a shave and dress quite smart for it. That's how ridiculous it is.
The good thing is, if it's at 8 o'clock in the morning, you would have just had a shower, So if you have to,
Hey, get this, Trey. I'm actually smelling a little bit today.
Oh, nice.
And I quite like it. I'm not humming. But I'm wearing a jumper, like a thin jumper, loose jumper, and I had a little doze in it earlier on.
Oh yeah, that's nice. No, that's nice.
And I've kind of got that kind of slightly sweaty.
Do you find that Chris follows you around a lot when you smell a little bit?
He has been following me around a bit today.
Yeah, you've got to watch out for him.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
yes, Trey.
I was going to play the hotel game thing. Telling you what that suitcase thing is all about, but someone's come on and told you about
it is for a suitcase, is it? Because that strikes me as very odd.
And actually, another reason for not putting it on the bed, of course, is if when you want to get into the bed, as a boy, you can just sling your suitcase on the rack, and then. Do you?
Well, I never.
Well, that's nothing. Don't mention the rack either when you're in.
Oh yeah, God, yeah, blimey, yes, jeez, yeah, be so careful. How did you get here? I ran. Oh no, hang on. What I meant was. There you. I've only recently, I didn't do it this weekend, but recent hotel visits have I started to unpack my suitcase. I spent 3 months in Pakistan. I did not unpack my suitcase for the whole 3 months. It all came out of the suitcase.
Yeah. Have you started asking for an iron as well and all that sort of stuff?
I did not. Last time I was in LA, I asked for an iron, yeah.
There you go. So you're getting old, Ian.
Yeah, jeez, I am.
Yeah, old. Anyway,
yes.
What?
He's snuck in a cheeky Pradeep. Where did that come from?
I can't even carry it on.
Trey, is that all you have to contribute?
Yeah, well, I've been waiting for an hour.
Well, I'll say good evening. He snuck in a cheeky Pradeep. Wowzers. 0870 9090 Can I just say, I feel kind of laid back. Despite having a row with a woman for 45 minutes, I feel kind of chilled. Weekends away, it would seem, work for me. Do I sound relaxed and chilled to you, Betty?
Oh, hello, stranger.
Hello, my love.
I knew you were going to the Cotswolds.
Yes.
But I thought you were coming back last night.
Oh, it was Nick Abbott last night. Do you know, I could have made it last night, but I didn't.
No, and I just told Chris. I tuned in.
Yeah.
And thinking I was going to get you.
Yeah.
And I got the same. It was repeated from Sunday night. Nick somebody.
Nick Abbott.
And I'd already heard it Sunday night.
No. Last night's show wasn't the same as Sunday night's.
Yeah, it was.
I've
got good memory.
Hang on. Emma?
Hello?
Did you hear Nick Abbott on Sunday?
Yes.
Did you?
I want to talk to you about Nick Abbott.
Did you hear Nick Abbott on Monday?
I heard Nick Abbott last night.
Was it a repeat of Sunday's show? Or was
and I want to tell you that my sister is in love with Nick Abbott.
Betty, Emma's saying that it was a different show last night.
Hold on a minute, could you tell Betty to leave the show and while we talk to you about Nick Abbott?
No. Betty was here first.
Yes. Betty? Yes, too old to be going out with Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott on Putney Bridge.
Right, Emma, thank you for that. Yes, I've got rid of her, Betty. She was very rude. No need for that, silly
Are you
man.
there now?
I'm here now, yes.
Yes.
No, last night's show was live.
Oh, well, anyway.
I'm getting a sore throat.
You've still got that cough.
Well,
And you haven't been to the doctors.
Do you know what? I was all right. I've got some.
And now you tell me you're going to America next week.
They're coming to America.
What, for a week?
I'm going next Tuesday, and I'm coming back. Yes, I'm away for a week.
Oh, you're not
Sorry.
going to go to work there,
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
are you?
I'm filming a TV program out there.
Well, what's your mum going to do?
Well, she'll still phone me up and have a go at me. I'm going to take her a big shop on Saturday, so she's got enough food to get her through.
You.
I'll miss
And
you
you know
too.
what you'll happen? Apart from your suitcase and everything,
Yeah.
once you get to America, don't forget you've got to have your fingerprints taken.
Oh yeah, they do that now.
Well.
Yeah, I've got my new passport though, so I'm all ready. I just need to get this visa.
Yeah, but you've got to get your visa first.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Should be all right.
What? Will Chris still be there?
I don't know. That's a very good question. Let me ask him. Chris, you know when I'm in America, will you still be here?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I've just realised. You know the week I go away?
Yeah.
It's Be Nice to Chris week.
What?
Yeah. I'm just checking my diary earlier on. I forgot about this. It's Be Nice to Chris week. So I'm only going to be here for the Monday. So I only have to be nice to you for one day.
You promised it was going to be a week.
Well, it is a week, technically. In the diary, it's a week, but I'm not here. So very little I can do, mate. Sorry about that.
But you promised.
Well, I know, but, you know, I still love you. And I'll see you again at a later point. But the Be Nice to Chris week, I'm going to miss. So, you know.
But you said the Be Nice to Chris week is gonna be a one-off, and it was only going to happen next week.
I did say that, it's correct, yes, and that's still the case, yes. Doesn't mean I don't love you any less. You're very special to me. You're one of my favourite producers I've ever worked with.
I've only ever worked with you.
I've worked with many. And you're definitely in the top 15. Top 16. You're in the top 16.
You sure?
I'll get back to you about that one tomorrow. So, yes, Betty, he will be here.
Oh, he'll be there.
Yes.
And you know there's never anything on TV Saturdays and Sundays.
What?
So I put LBC on. And it was that, you know the one who's on first thing in the morning?
Vallon.
What's his name?
Vallon.
No, 7 o'clock.
Oh, Ferris. Nick Ferris.
Oh. What? No, that's not his name.
Paul Ross.
Paulie Rossi.
No.
Paulie Rossi.
No, 7 o'clock every morning.
Oh, Nick Ferris.
Yeah.
Big fat man.
Oh, I didn't like him.
No.
No, I listened. I thought, oh, no.
He's won Sony Awards.
Not as nice as you.
Oh, now, we've won Betty round, because when you first called up, you called up to have a go at me. Now...
Oh, no, I didn't really.
Okay. I'm a bit...
Because you played a lot of music.
Do you like me, knowing that I'm a little bit smelly?
Pardon?
I'm a little bit smelly today, Betty.
No, you said you've had a shower.
This morning, but I've also had a doze in the jumper I'm wearing, in bed, and I had a cardigan on as well. So I built up quite a bit of sweat. I can smell myself now.
Can you?
It's getting a little bit overpowering. I genuinely can. It's a little bit overpowering. But does that excite you and arouse you?
Yes.
Okay. Betty, on that note, I better move on.
Yeah, well, I'll speak to you before. You'll be on this week.
I'm on all of this week. I'm on tonight right through to Sunday, and I'm here next Monday as well.
Oh, okay then.
All right, Betty, thank you.
Right.
Lots of love. 087, I did get a whiff. Every time I reach that screen, I get a whiff of it. But I kind of like it. Maybe it's the way forward. 0870 90 90 973 is the phone number. Or you could start sending... Oh, no, we've got a blog, haven't we? Dragon Meat Sausage did one. No, we're fine for that, thank you.
Hepatitis C.
Oh, God. I've just gone through 2 emails. One saying... one dude, who was it? Stuart, saying he was in the American Embassy for 7 hours trying to get a visa. And then the next person, Valerie, was in there for 5 hours trying to get a visa. I'm in very, very serious trouble. Oh, dear. OK. 0870 90 90 97. Trey Parker, South Park. There we go. Thank you. I knew there was a famous Trey. 0870 So I'm eating a cough sweet, which is making things difficult. We'll take more of your calls after the latest LBC News, isn't it?
Good evening.
Here till 10 o'clock, then it's Clive Bull, which is always fantastic. I heard a bit of him last night. I very nearly called... I've got itchy trigger fingers. I very nearly called in Clive Bull last night and messed around. I kind of heard like the last 20 minutes, and I thought, I fancy a bit of that straight to air. doing a funny noise thing. I didn't. And then I nearly called up James O'Brien. James O'Brien's show today. He came on, she's right, for today's show, I'm not going to shake the agenda. You phone up and you say what you want to talk about, and that's what we'll talk about. And that was the show. We do that every day on this show. But it was good, and I nearly phoned him up, but I didn't, so I don't know. Doreen! I thought I heard Doreen's phone go down then. I thought I heard it. Right, hang on a second. With a little bit of computer trickery, I might... Adam, stay there. Sorry, Doreen's bottled it, I think, but I might be able to...
Right, carry on.
I might be able to call her back. Oh, no, her number hasn't come up on my... Doreen? Oh.
Hello?
Hello, Doreen?
Oh, yes.
It's Iain. You're on the radio.
Oh, hi.
You all right? What happened there?
Oh, I don't know. I must have put the phone down by mistake.
Yeah, and then picked up and then tried to make another phone call. Yes.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I was going to ring... the reason I'm ringing is
Yes.
I'm a bit confused about you having to get a visa, because I was in America at Christmas and I didn't have to get one. I'm actually going again in April, and I thought, oh, my goodness, don't tell me I've got to get a visa now.
2007, I have to get a visa, yeah.
Why is that for, not just obviously? I mean, is it? I mean, you're a British subject, aren't you? We didn't have to get one in December. When I went out in December.
2007, I have to get a visa, yeah.
Oh dear. So I wonder if that applies to everybody then.
Well, if you're going to America, then you need to get a visa, yes.
Oh well, I didn't have to get one when I went at Christmas. That's what I was saying.
2007.
So this is a new rule in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Well, thanks for your help on that.
Whereabouts are you going?
I'm going in April. I'm stopping off at New York as well.
Oh, isn't New York fantastic?
Well, I haven't been before.
Oh, really?
I'm actually going on a cruise, and the first stop is New York, and then on to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, you won't be allowed off the boat without the visa.
I won't. Okay, then. Fine. Oh, well, thanks for letting me know, then. I switched on. When I heard you saying it, I thought, crumbs, I didn't know about this.
Yes. Are you working over there?
No, I'm not. Is it because you're working?
Oh, then you won't need the visa. No, it's it's only because I'm working over there.
I see. No, I'm too old to work.
What?
I'm too old to work.
How old are you?
Oh, well, put it like this. I'm past myself by date.
Are you older than Bruce Forsyth?
No, not quite.
Well, he's still working, and we can't get rid of that silly old sod, can we?
No, I'm actually going on a holiday, so I won't need one for
in that case, you don't need a visa if you're going on a holiday. It's just because I'm working over
well,
there.
thanks very much, then.
It's a pleasure, Doreen. Have a lovely time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye. Adam.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm really starting to smell a little bit.
Yeah, I can feel that, actually, yeah.
And I have to move to work. The way the studio works is I've got a desk in front of me. My legs are too long to fit under the desk, so I sit slightly to the left. My legs are to the left of the desk, and they're crossed over.
Is it a leather seat?
No, it's not a leather seat. It's a very expensive chair. Each of these chairs. Now, I'm not sure if I believe this, but I've been told this is the case. Each of these chairs costs £1,000. There are 4.
They tell you that so you don't ruin them.
Well, there are 4 in this studio. There are 5 in the studio next door. There are 4 behind the glass. There are 3 or 4 behind the glass down there. There are 20 downstairs in the office. £35,000 on chairs easily, and they wonder how they can save money.
Nick them.
Exactly, sell them on the eBay. Mr. Lloyd, sell them on the eBay. That'll get you a few quid. To make this show work, I have to touch a screen to my left, which is the screen that cuts people off and puts people through. And I mean to have to move my right arm. So I'm constantly moving my right arm, and I'm doing it now. And I'm getting a right old whiff of vintage Lee, and it's a strange smell.
I tell you, you could bottle that, and you could probably sell it.
I wouldn't bottle it. Oh, you mean put it in a bottle? I probably could, actually. Because there are some girls, perverts, that get turned on by sweaty... Aren't you supposed to get turned on?
You say perverts, I say easy.
Yeah, well, yes, easy. You're supposed to get turned on by your lover's sweat, aren't you? It's like a biological thing that helps you reproduce, is that if the person you love, their sweat is supposed to arouse you.
Or does that just mean that when you've been with your lover and done the ladies and gentlemen, that you're both sweaty and you both just get on with it?
Yeah, I prefer the smell of white musk, to be honest.
Body Shop.
Yeah, Body Shop white musk. And I know it's not the fanciest of perfumes, and it's not particularly fashionable at the moment, but my first girlfriend wore it, and that is the smell that always makes you think, cool.
Does that mean that you're always going to have to refer to your first girlfriend every time you smell white musk?
Well, it makes me think...
Are you going to have a mental block that means every time you smell anyone that smells of white musk, you're going to refer back to your first girlfriend?
Every time I smell white musk, it makes me think, let's bunk off this free period and go back to my house because my mum's at work.
And nick her fags and drink a martini.
Yeah, apart from the fags, there was something in that. Do you know what? This is so naughty, and I don't condone this at all. Well, what the hell? People do what they want to do. When I was in the sixth form, I took a bottle of Jack Daniels to school. Bottle of Jack Daniels. And
how much did you sell that for us?
Well, didn't. Me and my mate Slim, we had a little bit of break time, so a little bit merry.
You never had a mate called Slim.
And do you know what? He was fat.
You never did.
I had a mate called Slim, and we had a little bit of break time. It's like, this is a nice little buzz. And at lunchtime, we both used to work in B-Jams. It was like 5 minutes away from the school. We went to the staff room.
Dodgy eyebrows.
He did have quite dodgy eyebrows, yeah. We went to the staff room in B-Jams. We nicked a bottle of Coke from the shelf, and we finished in 40 minutes a whole bottle of Jack Daniels. Pretty much a whole bottle of Jack Daniels. And we went back to school, and we were steaming. And I remember standing on the window ledge. It was on the ground floor, in the sixth form common room, and shouting, "I'm Jesus Christ, what are you going to do about it?" And then jumping off, and I hurt my thumb. And do you know what? We didn't get busted. We didn't get busted.
See, if you'd been at my school, before you got off the windowsill, you'd have been nailed up, mate.
Yes. Yeah, maybe we were lucky to get off that. Seriously,
Yeah.
the bottle was, it was probably... It was about 4/5 full, and we polished it off between the two of us. And oh dear God!
And
dirty.
do you feel better for that now? Being a grown-up adult.
I'm glad I did it. I'm not saying anyone should do it. I'm glad I was drunk at school a couple of times. Yeah, I'm not saying everyone should do it, and you shouldn't do it. Of course you shouldn't. But me personally, I'm glad I did things like that and was a bit naughty sometimes.
It's all part of growing up.
I think it is. But again, I've got to stress, for fear of me losing my job, I'm not encouraging or condoning it. I'm saying I did it, and do you know what? I don't regret.
Quite right. And everyone should eat 5 fruit a day, and everyone should eat brown bread and have fibre.
Well, it turns out white bread is better for you than brown bread.
Yeah.
There was a thing about it a little while ago. White bread is better for you. Anyway, sorry, Adam, what did you call in for?
I have I was going to say it's a catchphrase. It's not really a catchphrase. It's not even a line. It's a word from a film.
Yes.
I was just wondering if you might be able to identify it.
What the film is?
Yeah, from the word that I give you.
Do you know what the film is?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, I thought it might be. Okay, go on then.
Okay, you have to stand back a bit. Did you catch that?
Do it again. I do know what this is. Hang on a minute. Chris is coming in. Chris, have a listen to this nutcase.
Are you ready?
Does Chris know the answer?
Oh, they have to. I didn't tell him.
Chris, have a listen to this fruitcake.
He's seen the film.
He's going to do a line from a film. We've got to work out what the film is.
Okay.
All right, go on. Do it again.
It's one word from the film.
Okay. Man, hang on a minute. Line 9, do you know what the answer is?
You're listening to LBC.
What? Well, I think
doesn't even know.
I've just opened a line to the... I've gone back in time on line 9.
Nightline. This is LBC.
What has happened here? Hang on. What? Oh. This is actually happening now in the olden days.
Great.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thanks for that. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, I can actually.
The only problem I've got is I don't know how that actually turned out and sounded at your end.
This is LBC, where news.
What's happening now? Oh God, we've opened up some sort of time portal.
Look around your studio. Is there a blue police box?
Line 9. Do you know what the answer is?
I think I do.
Well, what is it?
I think it's number 4.
Is it number 4?
No, it's not number 4.
It's not the Doctor Who film, then, is it?
No, it's also not Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, hang on a second. Natasha, do you know what the answer is?
Yeah, all right. This is Natasha's husband. Yeah, I do know what the answer is. Yeah.
What is it?
It's McVicker. All right, I've got to put the phone down because I'm driving. I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, you got 3 points. Was it McVicker?
McVicker, good man.
Hang on a minute. What? How has this happened? So the husband of the silly old woman who phoned in and dominated the first 45 minutes of the show, complaining about the show, because there are people... Thank you, Chris. Where's the Twix?
Oh, did you know me? Like I
Oh,
said.
you're so full of it. Thank you, Helen, for the chocolate. So she phoned in to complain about people phoning in making silly noises. You phone in and make a silly noise. Her husband phones up to tell us what the silly noise was.
It was the word Ronnie, but said in a specific manner, acclimatised to the film.
Chris, go on.
Should we tell Natasha that you phoned in?
Well, when I send her a signed photo, that we'll include that in there. Well, thank you for that, Adam. I've seen the film McVicar, but not for a while. And I would never have got that. My favourite line in that is a line from McVicar. Adam Faith and Roger Daltrey, two of Britain's greatest actors, are in a steamy shower room. I think they're making a hole or what, I'm not sure. Two guards
They're
walk
making a hole in something.
Yeah, two guards walk in and say, what are they up to? Each other by the looks of it.
They stood on the balcony. They're looking down at the shower. They don't walk in. They stood on the balcony. They look down and go, what do you think those two are up to? Each other, probably.
There we go. He's quoting McVicar to me. Adam, thank you for that.
I'm the McVicar King.
I don't know if we can clip that. Can we clip him saying I'm the McVicar King? Oh.
I'll get it tomorrow.
We'll just have to... Oh, can you do that tomorrow? Oh, good lad. OK. I'm the McVicar King. I never thought I'd have that line said to me. Midge, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Ian. Hit me with a feather, knock me down with a pillow, my friend. What a comeback. You know, from the moment I came in, switched the radio on, and I thought, wow, Triple M started early.
What are you talking about?
You know, that woman.
Natasha. Her husband just phoned in to answer the question.
Yeah, I heard.
What is going on? This is the weirdest... it's all linked up. Anyway. It's been all right tonight, hasn't it?
Try to ring in.
Yeah.
And, I was going to tell him, she should calm down, chill out, sit back, relax, and listen, and enjoy the mighty Ian Lee.
Doesn't Michael Winner look ill on those adverts? Have you seen Michael Winner on those adverts on the telly? Calm down, dear, it's only an advert. He looks all skinny now. He doesn't look very well.
Is he not well?
Well, I don't know. I heard he wasn't particularly well, but look on the adverts, he looks awful, bless him.
Yeah. I used to be a big... advert. Calm down, dear. It's only commercial.
Calm down, dear. It's only... He used to be a big fat man, and now he's gone all skinny, which is...
Maybe all them younger women, isn't it, he's going out with.
Maybe that, or maybe it's a disease. I don't know. Anyway, Mitch, do you actually want to say anything? Because if you do, you have to come back after the travel.
Well, I've got a few things to say.
OK, we'll speak to you after this, sir. Travel news now with Alan Joyce.
We've had lots of calls coming in about the...
Good evening.
Mitch, did you hear on Friday I wrote an email to Steve Allen?
I didn't hear it, no.
Well,
yes, I did, yes.
A guy called, what was his name, called Benji or Norman? Bernie called him and said he had an email for Steve Allen that he wanted me to forward on to him because he wasn't up when Steve Allen was on the air. So I wrote to Steve. I said, Dear Steve, hope you're well. I hear you, and we made it quite chatty. I hear your recent live shows were a fantastic success, and you're going to be ditching that fool O'Brien for the later dates. Good idea. A fruitcake called Barney asked me to forward this on to you because he isn't up when you're on the air. Agent Chris sends his love, and I do too. All the best, Ian Lee. Yeah. Steve's written a reply.
Has he?
Oh, yeah. Bearing in mind, I haven't spoken to Steve Allen since the LBC Christmas party of 2005.
Oh,
that's the last time... Yeah, you know.
What happened?
So he's written back. How sweet. Yes, it is true. J.O.B. has been dropped from the next leg of the tour. I mean, who needs a warm-up? He's not showbiz enough, I'm afraid. All my team send love, as do I. Steve.
Oh, this is a result, isn't it?
Isn't that nice? Maybe it's hands across the water. Maybe we're going to be friends.
Probably. You never know. Small things lead to bigger things.
Small things lead to bigger things. Who's got the small thing? Steady on. What on earth are you thinking about?
Well, you've been to Amsterdam, haven't you? You and Chris. So you should know.
No, I didn't. Listen, this lie has come about because Helen Behind the Glass is very, very naughty. I have not been to Amsterdam. Yeah, go on. Yes, well, may you run out of the studio. I have not been to Amsterdam. Chris was in Amsterdam with his mother-in-law.
I don't believe it, Ian.
It's true. I was in the Cotswolds. I was not in the European capital of marijuana and prostitution.
Well, I was going to ask you about it. What do you think of Older Woman, Ian?
Older Woman?
Yeah, I was watching the Oscars. Have you seen it?
I love Older. I love Older.
Helen Mirren.
Oh, I'm looking at Helen Mirren chomping on a burger right now.
Then she looked fit. And Nicole Kidman, gorgeous.
She's fit. She is fit, but the question is, and I didn't watch much television over the weekend. I watched hardly any of it. But what I saw...
Well, he was watching real-life television.
No, I wasn't watching real-life television. I wasn't in there. I went to... I've forgotten the name of that place that I went to. Chris,
Iain.
Hang on. Chris, what was the place I went to that began with B? The big house with a maze and giant chess in the garden.
Burley Maze?
Oh, I had the... Midge, there's a big...
Bury.
Not Bury. Not Bewley.
Berkeley.
Winston Churchill grew up there.
Bath?
No, it's an old country house. I keep forgetting what it's called. I was there. I went in the maze.
Leamington.
Leamington?
Yeah.
Leamington?
Is it?
Where's the B in Leamington?
I don't know.
Oh, hang on a second. 0870 9090 973. Just someone call me up and tell me what I'm talking about. It's an old... Here we go. Line 8, what am I talking about?
Hello?
Hello, what am I talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, but the house you was in, I think it was Sprouston Manor.
No, it wasn't Frouston Manor. You took the idiot. Hang on a minute. Line 9, what place am I talking about?
Blenheim Palace.
Thank you, sir. Blenheim Palace. So went to Blenheim Palace. I can't remember why I was talking about it now. Went to Blenheim Palace.
Yeah.
And they've got a maze.
Did you
there.
really, though?
Yeah, I did. I was in Blenheim Palace for Saturday, and they've got a maze there. We only went there because there's an hour's drive, but they had a maze. It's like, well, we're going to go. I haven't been in a maze for years. Got in the maze, and it's got the instructions. It says, right, to do this maze, you've got to find your way to the statue in the centre, and that's the end of the maze. And we walked in, and we were by the statue straight away. It's like, well, how did...
you must have kept to the left all the time, then.
That's what you have to do, is keep to the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left, in the club. Anyway, yeah. It turns out we'd gone in the exit, and we came out the entrance, and that blew my mind. And I spent the rest of the afternoon going, we're in the wrong bloody entrance. We're in the exit. I was really annoyed. But then I thought, actually, it's harder to come out of the entrance than it is to come out of the exit. I turned a negative, Midge, into a positive. Why do we like mazes so much?
I don't know, it's just quite fun though, isn't it? And all that, you get all them extra leaves and stuff like that.
Extra leaves and stuff like that? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Extra leaves and stuff. We like mazes because we get extra...
I think you went to in Amsterdam called the Palace.
Oh,
and, and all that smoking with Chris and all that.
And then, well, this will blow your mind. This will make you think I was hallucinating. I then played a giant chess set. They've got giant chess in the garden. I'm playing giant chess.
Oh, excellent.
And then, get this right. This is messed up, man. They had a butterfly house, right? A butterfly house, and it's like you go in, and it's like it's like a greenhouse, okay, for butterflies.
Yeah.
And and it's full of butterflies. And I was with someone. I was like, "Yeah, I'll go in the butterfly house. Oh, not a problem with that." Oh, it was horrible. It was in there, and all the butterflies.
Gardens, then.
The butterflies are beautiful. Okay, it's really small. This place, like a long sort of narrow corridor with 2 aisles down it, and the butterflies beautiful. Amazing colours. And they weren't moving. I thought, this is fine, I can do this. This is fine.
You know you was into nature stuff.
I'm not. I was trying to impress a girl. I got 3/4 of the way down the aisle, and I turned and I saw a fella on the other aisle. He had a big butterfly on his back. I thought, oh, this is it. These things can land on you.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
And then, I didn't swat it. I was tempted. I had a rolled up newspaper. And then, I took a couple of steps forward, and suddenly... these butterflies were dive-bombing down, and they started swooping. And what I did, and this is absolutely true, I'm going to act it out for your benefit, Helen. I was stood there, I put my hand over my mouth, I bent down, and I said to the girl, "You're on your own, I'm out." And I ran out, I did a David Lloyd, I ran out of there, and I slammed the door shut behind me. And the girl came and said, What are you doing that for? I said, because I'm not spending another second in there. Supposing one of those gets in my mouth.
Yeah, it's not...
Oh, you've ruined it. Oh, you've ruined it. I wanted to go to the butter. You can stay in there. I'm going to go and sit outside on a wall. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. Making me do a Lloyd in there.
Hey, you know butterflies? They do what pigeons do?
I don't know. Do butterflies poop? There's a very good question. I don't know. Anyway, Mitch, I've got to go now.
Anyway, cheers, Ian.
Thank you. Good lad.
Back.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I didn't know what you said.
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's go to G-Man. Hello, G-Man.
Hello.
Derek, sorry, I'm talking to the G-Man.
Hi, Ian. What?
Hey, G-Man.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, good.
What? Good. Show's
Hi.
good this evening.
Derek, sorry, we'll come to you in a second. If
My
we can...
name's not Derek, mate. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, Derek, if we can fit you in before 9 o'clock, we will. Otherwise, we'll have to speak to you on another night. G-Man, do you want to do a travel report?
Yeah, why not?
Let
yeah,
me
that'd be
get
good.
the old travel bed sorted
Yeah,
out.
that'd be
Okay,
good.
here we go. Hang on a second.
Cheers.
It's time now to get the latest LBC 97.3. Shut up. The LBC 97.3 travel news with G-Man.
Hi there, this is the G-Man, isn't it? There's a lot of traffic out there on the roads. There's been some trouble with some other things.
You're doing it
but on the whole, good evening. You know, it's a good evening. And that's the travel, innit? Stay gangster.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
You-
Excellent.
Can I just say, Ian, that
Yes,
your weekend away sounded like an episode of The Prisoner. Butterflies and mazes.
Amazing
and
giant chess. Yes, it was kind of similar.
what,
to that.
Ian?
Yes, Derek.
You know what?
Yes.
I've had enough of this.
Okay. Yeah, Derek. Derek, I've heard.
Coming down.
I've heard from a very reliable source that
Coming down to LBC.
you were very rude about me and Chris yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you were saying that Chris is Chris is my little. What were you saying? Chris is my puppet. I'm Chris's puppet. Something like that. Is that?
You're naughty, mate.
Yeah, that's
You're
what.
in trouble.
That's what was being said to me, Derek.
Yeah, it was G-Man.
Yeah. Good.
You should see what he sent to me through MySpace.
Really? What did he say?
What?
What was this?
He sent me a little threat saying, "See you on the radio tonight."
We won't see each other. That's where you're wrong. I'm not stupid enough to put that.
I can send it to you in if you want. I still got it.
Yeah, do forward it on to me, G-Man.
Of course I will. Yes. No. Also, I've
Yes,
noticed
G.
you've got 5,000 friends now.
I've got, yeah, I know.
If you're an idiot.
5,000.
I don't know. I kind of came back from the weekend, and of course, the first thing I did was I went on MySpace.
Of course.
And I've got like 5,006 friends, and I was going to do a big thing and take the 5,000th friend out and for a sex date and stuff like that. It didn't happen in the end.
No.
So we kind of glossed over it.
Plus, I don't know if you've noticed that Mucky Sarah was on TalkSport at the weekend.
I heard about this, yes, with Mike Mendoza.
And the first thing she did when he said hello was a big good evening.
Oh, well, there you go.
So she kept up.
Mike Mendoza is afraid of Iain Lee.
Did at any point did he say,
"This is disgusting"?
No, he was actually. She was kind of complimenting him, and he was going on about some T-shirts about he bought 15 of the same T-shirts.
Yeah, Derek, listen, we've not got time for you, so I'm going to cut you off now, Derek.
Bye, Derek.
Yeah, you're...
Bye, Derek.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't hear it, but, yes, I believe that, yes, said it on
I thought I heard it. It's on her site, and she came across very well.
Well done, her. It's, good.
But obviously, not good appearing on Sport Talk.
Well, hey, listen, man. I've been on Sport Talk in various guises, not as myself, obviously. That would possibly stretch. Oh no, hang on, it wouldn't stretch my contract because James Max has got a show on there, and he's got one on here.
Really?
Oh, very naughty.
I also heard James O'Brien earlier stealing your whole show.
I know. Today we're going to do a show where you decide the agenda. Hang on, we do that every single day, O'Brien.
Had he just run out of ideas by Tuesday?
I think he possibly had. G-Man, it's good to speak to you. I've got to go.
Pleasure.
Take care, fella. James O'Brien, of course, excellent show. Mondays to Fridays, 10 to 1. It's not the first time he's stolen my ideas. It won't be the last.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Oh. I meant to try and find that James O'Brien rap. That's what I meant to look for, and I did find it once, didn't I? Give me a second. Do you remember where it is? Oh, they were having a chitty chat. Why would they remember anything? Is it? It's not. Is it in his folder though? Is it? Yeah, that's. No, I can't. I found it once before. It doesn't matter. It's not really important. Oh, hang on a second. Here we go. This is it. I think this is it. Away you go.
Oh, come on, Iain, sing with me. Come on, Iain, sing with me. Hey, little hen, when we lay me a neck for my tea.
No, that wasn't it. Oh, hang on. Is this it? What have I done here?
Oh, no. Oh, crikey. Maxi, quick. The microphones are going on in about 30 seconds, and we've completely forgotten about the theme tune. The big number that sums up who I am, puts across the essence of my personality.
Defines who you are, that kind of thing,
We haven't got one. What about Let Me Entertain You by Robbie Williams?
This must be from his live
maybe
show.
a Beatles song.
Yeah?
Nowhere Man.
Oh, come on. You got to take this seriously. I'm on stage in a moment. We Will Rock You by Queen. Yes!
Still thinking Beatles. I'm a loser.
Right,
Maxie loves the Beatles.
I'm trusting you to get this right, okay? I've got to go and get ready. I'm on stage. This is you. I'm relying on you, mate.
Acting.
Okay. Hang on. What about this one?
Oh, God. I'm going through James O'Brien's folder. It's a bit naughty, and you shouldn't really. What's this?
Good morning, James. Hello, enjoy your show. Much better than that Iain Lee.
What? Hang on a minute, let's try this one. I went and looked at the football pitch that we're running around today.
Yeah.
I've won this. I was yesterday, I was all nervous. I have won this race. This race is in the bag. The bag has been tied up and put out with the rubbish. It was collected on Tuesday. I have totally won this race. This is all in James O'Brien's folder. Listen, this race is happening on Monday. It is not a problem. Yesterday I was worried. Oh, do I sound young?
Tony's in Crouch End. Morning, Tony.
James.
Dave, did you ever hear me phone up James O'Brien's show?
No.
Well, this is it. Have a listen to this.
Tony's in Crouch End. Morning, Tony.
James,
yes.
You're fat, you're bald, you got man boobs. Iain Lee has got beautiful, slim, athletic legs, and he is going to destroy you so much on Monday. You are going to cry like a baby all through Christmas and 2006.
Thank you, Tony.
You don't stand a chance. You don't.
Oh, yeah. And listen, Dave. Chris has reminded me. James nearly swears. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to James losing his professional cool.
Thank you, Tony.
You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance. And I hope all of your listeners realise that when you lose the race, you lose their respect.
It's Iain Lee doing a really bad accent.
No, it's not Iain Lee doing a really bad.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I hate you, James O'Brien.
Oh, it cuts just before the swear, which is perhaps a good thing. Anyway, enough of going through James's folder. James O'Brien, Mondays to Fridays, 10 till 1, something like that. David, what can I do for you?
Yeah, right. Well, I'm a first-time caller.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have messed around so much then. I should have been a little bit more polite.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I've listened to your podcast for ages, but I've only actually just got a radio.
Sorry, what?
Well, no,
Sure, everyone has a radio, don't they?
Well, yeah, but when you were on earlier, I didn't really get to listen to you because I was working.
Oh, okay, yes.
It was only recently, and my sister got me an alarm clock for my birthday, so I've been listening on there.
Well, she must really love you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anyway, going back to the baggage handling.
Oh, yes, we were talking about luggage, how luggage is the dirtiest thing in the world, and that they don't... You don't know what happens to it once you give it to that lady at Heathrow.
Yeah, but you said that they opened your case.
Yeah.
Well, I went away a couple of years ago, and I always have a padlock on my case, just one of those little ones that you've got the combinations for.
Yeah.
And I forgot to lock it, didn't I? And I got to Corfu. I opened my case, realised that I hadn't locked it. I had a look in there. Everything had been messed around and that.
Yeah.
And I had this box that I'd had a watch in.
Yeah.
I opened the box, there's no watch.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I never padlock my suitcase. Is that stupid of me?
Yeah, it is.
All I do is I zip it up. I do. If I can be bothered, I'll do the straps. Again, it's a chore. But if I'm forced to, I'll put a little tag on it saying who I am. But I never padlock the case.
I always padlock it. That's the one time that I haven't, and I've lost the watch.
Did you ever get your watch back?
No.
Sods.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought about claiming on the insurance, but 50 quid excess for a 80 quid watch, not really worth it, is
the
it?
maths doesn't add up. Well,
Exactly.
Dave, I'm sorry about that, but you made me think maybe... I didn't know that people actually padlock their cases. If anyone else does, 0870 90 90 973. Because I know that when you're in the airport and you've got an hour to kill, so you go to Boots, you go to Dixon's, and you think, well, maybe I do need another travel plug. And they do sell the little padlocks there.
Yep.
And I had one once. Why? I remember having one, but I never use it. And the thing is, though, those padlocks, let's be honest, you wouldn't put that on your house, would you?
Oh, no, they're rubbish.
It's not going to stop some dude breaking in.
No.
I mean, that's it. I did use them once. I had them once, and I lost the key, so I had to snap my way in, and it was easy.
Oh, yeah. But, no, I used a little combination one.
Oh.
So.
Dave, listen, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Good first call. Call again, 0870 9090. No one's phoned in. I'm just going to go on a whim here, Chris. Let's all hover. Line 1, you're on the wireless. It was a bottle. What was I going to say? I remember what I was... my brain is all over the place, because I've just remembered what I was going to say to Midge earlier on when I was talking about Blenheim Palace. I forgot what it was again. I had to read an email there to remember where I'd been at the weekend. Seriously, I'm getting older. What I was going to talk about was the Oscars, in the fact that the only tiny bit of TV I saw over the weekend was about the Oscars. And then when I was driving back, and I listened to a bit of BBC GWR Swindon, and they were talking about the Oscars. Oh, it was awful. The 80s, the 90s, and the now, or something. Awful. And it was the Oscars. Driving back into London that evening, it's talking about the Oscars. Does anyone care about the Oscars? I don't think anyone actually... And what I saw was on Monday morning, BBC Breakfast, Monday morning, and they had Kate, the new Natasha Kaplinsky, whoever she is, Kate somebody, and she was at the Oscars, and obviously had nothing to say. So she's going, well, we're going to try and get famous actor to come and talk to me. Until then, look at my dress. She actually said, look at my dress. And she started talking about her dress. She's the reporter. And I made a joke saying, yeah, she's going to talk about her shoes next. And she did. The bloke, Dermot Murnahan, went, well, it's a lovely dress. I see you went for the red one. Let's have a look at the shoes. Well, no, let's not. And the reason they do that is, and it's a boring reason, but if you're doing a live satellite link-up, you have to book the time you get the satellite for. You book it. You book, like, 8-minute windows. And it costs thousands of pounds. Thousands of pounds. And so the BBC thinking, well, we've booked this 8-minute window. We ain't wasting this 15 grand, 10 grand, whatever it is. Get the silly woman to talk about her shoes. And she did. And it was the most awful thing. But, Alan, are you interested in the Oscars?
Not at all, no. But, you see, that lady did a bit a couple of days ago about which dress she was going to choose.
Oh, did she? So the dress was actually an ongoing part of the saga?
It was a very interesting, sort of, probably more interesting than the actual Oscars. I was going to actually tell you something about your visa, but...
Oh, yeah, please do.
I've been looking at something much more interesting.
Okay. Is it a mucky website?
It's kind of a mucky website.
Fantastic.
But you mentioned the events in New York a few years ago, which leads to this visa problem. I've been watching some very interesting footage...
Uh-oh.
...that was on the BBC.
Conspiracy theorist, is it?
No, it's not a conspiracy at all, because it was a BBC... It's BBC footage.
Okay, yeah.
When they announce that one of the buildings has collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
But they announce it before it's collapsed. They announce it half an hour before it's collapsed.
Right.
They call it the Salomon building, which is actually building number 7. It's on the internet now. You can download it.
Okay.
And at 5 to 5...
Yes.
New York time, they announced that this building has collapsed.
And what are you saying? What?
Well, I'm saying that it's a mystery, isn't it? I don't, how did they...
I can explain it.
Go on then.
They made a mistake.
Yeah, but they have to know that the building will collapse.
No, they don't have to know. A plane hits a building...
No, it's not one of those. It wasn't the ones that the plane hit. It was the third one.
Oh, yeah, because the third tower collapsed. Did you know this, Chris? The third tower collapsed. I didn't know this until recently.
Building, it collapsed. Yeah. But the BBC announced that it had collapsed.
How would the BBC have advance notice of this? You see, if it was a government plot or if it was a terrorist plot, whatever it was, I doubt that the BBC would be involved.
Exactly. So that's the mystery. How did they announce it? How did they manage to announce it half an hour before it?
I don't know. I don't understand quite what you're saying.
Well, obviously there was a press release. It was actually an AP press, an Associated Press release.
Right. So where did that come from?
Well, we don't know. I mean, this is the point. This is what I've been trying to get through to the BBC earlier, to ask them why they got this press release that this building had already collapsed.
Well, Alan,
half an hour before it collapsed.
It's one of those spooky mysteries.
Oh, I get this, Iain.
Go on.
This is...
blow my mind. We'll be... Alan Joyce can wait. Alan Joyce can wait, because this guy is going to... Alan, I hope you don't mind...
No, I'm fascinated.
Because this guy knows stuff that we don't know.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, look.
Yes, Alan. Not Alan Joyce, Alan in Muswell Hill.
Okay.
They cut to a live reporter in this piece of news footage, a live reporter with live pictures from New York.
Okay.
She's talking about this building that has collapsed.
Right.
And the building is standing in the background. So she's saying this building has collapsed. And then literally...
But then why would they do that?
After they go off the air. Well, obviously they didn't know that was the building that they were talking about.
Right.
But it's a very mysterious thing, and it's...
Yes. Alan, I'm going to fade you down, because it is mysterious. It's also incredibly dull. Mr. Joyce, I can only apologise.
No,
I thought he was going to tell us something there. Let's play the music, and then it's over to you, fella. Good work.
We're going to start in Isha at Port...
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Well, we've not spoken for a while, have we, Barnsworth?
No, we haven't.
We nearly entered a September the 11th conspiracy theory thing there. And do you know what? I can't be bothered.
No.
He sounded like a nice fella. I don't want to be rude to him, but...
No. Most of them are rubbish theories, anyway.
Sorry?
Most of them are rubbish theories.
Yes, and I couldn't quite get to what his point was, really.
We had to watch a video, actually, on one of them.
Oh.
As part of something that we were doing for university.
Oh, yes.
And it's that loose change one. I don't know if you've heard of it. And
it's what one? Oh, loose change. I have heard of it.
Yeah.
For a while, I had a period where people would continually send me a link to this loose change, saying you must watch this.
Yeah, good imagination. Whoever wrote that.
Right. Yeah. Hey, why can't people just accept that maybe sometimes things just happen? You know, Princess Diana, she just had a car crash. That's all. Those buildings were crashed into by some terrorists that hijacked some planes. You know, things happen.
Yeah.
Why does the government? Why do why do other forces?
People look for explanations, look for people to blame because they don't know what else to do.
Maybe JFK was just shot by Lee Harvey Oswald from a book depository. Do you know? Lee Harvey Oswald was in a book depository. Okay. Do you know what a book depository is?
Library.
It's a library. I did not know that. I didn't know that. Until it was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Is that sort of like common sense, though? Think about it.
Well, it is common sense, and I should have thought about it. Book depository, and I'd always accepted it as just one of those... Paul, did you know what a book depository was?
I certainly did, so.
Okay. It's always struck me as it's one of those odd phrases, but now I know what it means. Oh, hang on. Is that Paul, who's Charlotte Church's cousin?
That's correct.
Good lad. Be with you in a second. Feel free to chip in.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Anyway, Barnsworth, what may I was in Barnsley at the weekend.
Were you?
It turns out there are 2 Barnsleys in the country.
Is there? Whereabouts are you?
In, I was in Cotswold.
Oh, yeah.
There's one in Cotswold.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a Barnsley in Cotswold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, universe.
Yes, it's lazy namers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lazy namers.
I bet we were the second one.
Yeah, I bet you were. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. But, Paul, do you know of any other Barnsleys?
Not personally, no.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind getting to know that one.
Sorry?
I wouldn't mind getting to know that Barnsley.
What, the one in the Cotswold?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's only a small village.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, Barnsworth... are you still hanging about with Al Fayed's daughter, Paul?
I certainly am.
Good lad. So, Barnsworth, what can I do for you?
I was going to tell you that the chair thing is used for your suitcases, but the lady already told you.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what the point of that is.
I didn't until I saw one, and you know they're quite heavy as well, and you can't lift them on your bed. Like, if you're a woman like
Why would you want to put one on your bed? These are the little kind of chair things. Oh, the suit.
Yeah.
You can lift a suit. You can put a suitcase on the bed. What are you talking about? You have to lift a suitcase to get it to wherever you're going.
Not if you've got one of them that you pull.
Oh yeah, good. You've got me there.
They're usually found in posh hotels as well. I've found. I've come across them in scuzzy little hotels as well, actually. Oh, it must just be around here then.
Yes, I don't think it's a strange thing to have. But I was in a 4-poster bed at the weekend.
Were you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to look up on the internet. I'm going to show Chris the hotel room. Hang on a minute. In fact, we can all have a look at it. If you type in Bibury Court Hotel, Bibury Court Hotel. Oh, Paul, you right?
I'm all right.
Good lad. You all right, Barnsworth?
Yeah, I'm all right.
So it's BiburyCourt.com. I'm going to show Chris. I'm going to show you the room I was in. Hang on a minute. That's not it. That's outside. This is the hotel. I didn't see that bit of the hotel. That's not it. Where do we get to the room? Oh, here we go. That's my room! That's the room I stayed in! Lastminute.com. Got it.
Look at those 4 posts.
On the bed.
Yeah.
That's the room. That settee wasn't there. It was a leather settee. Oh, no, there's the leather settee. That settee was there. That's the TV I watched the woman talking about her dress on. Was that TV? Through that door, it's the bathroom. Had a wee in there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And out the front is the front. There you see. Room 9. Room number 9. Oh, the memories.
Did you close the curtains on the bed?
You couldn't. They could only came round to about a quarter of the way round, so you couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that. I was planning to pull the curtains round on the bed and...
You're romantic.
Well, no, just for a laugh, just to see what it felt like sleeping in something that was enclosed.
Oh, I bet that's claustrophobic.
Well, I never got to find out. Oh, it's a nice room. Room number 9. Oh, dear. Anyway, right, a little bit boring. Right, so, Barnsworth, anything else before I speak to Paul about Charlotte Church?
No, that's it. I'll let Charlotte Church.
Do you want to stay on the line and listen, Barnsworth? It's a bit scary, this fella.
I know.
Sorry, Paul?
Bit scary rubbish.
Yes. Do you believe in September the 11th?
Absolute rubbish.
No, it happened.
Yes, well, so what?
Yes, so what indeed, yes. Several thousand people died, so what? Anyway, Paul, what have you called in for today?
Right, well, I've got a good bit of news.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, would you like to interview Miss Churchy?
Charlotte Church, your cousin?
Yes.
I'm all right, actually, now.
Oh.
I don't really fancy it now, to be honest. The moment's gone a bit.
Well, just thought you might be interested.
Nah, the moment's gone. It was good the other week when she was going to come on, but I can't be bothered.
Oh, well, just thought you might be interested. She's been the Ritz in March.
Oh, right, the Ritz, you say?
Mm.
Oh, so...
I can give Chris the details.
Yeah, or Chris could get them from Sophie Davidson.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's piqued your interest, isn't it?
No comment.
No comment. How about, okay, I'm going to say some names, and you say either comment or no comment, okay?
Right.
Sophie Davidson.
No comment.
Joe Parkinson.
No comment.
Helen Mirren.
Tart.
No, hang on, that's not the comment or no comment is all you're saying.
No comment.
Okay. Jade Goody.
Comment.
Oh, okay. That other girl who wasn't racist in the house, the fit model, Danielle, whatever her name was, who was going out with Teddy Sheringham.
No comment.
Keeley.
No comment.
Sam Fox.
Oh, no comment.
Oh, no comment. Barnsworth, any lady? Hang on, I've got the paper here. Let's have a look. See if we get some comment.
That Danielle isn't going out with Terry anymore.
No, I know. They've split up.
Well, she's a bit of an old slapper.
Oh, Barnsworth, don't speak about Barnsworth like that.
I'm not talking about Barnsworth. She's a bit of all right.
Yeah, she's a bit of all right.
All right, yeah. Just like old Monkey Sarah.
Yeah. Shil Pachetti.
Yeah. No comment.
Any of the Spice Girls.
Depends which you're on about.
Jerry Halliwell.
Comment.
Mel C.
Comment.
Mel B.
No comment.
Mel D.
No comment.
Baby Spice.
Comment.
The other one.
Oh, the old slapper one. Not old Beckham.
No, God, blimey. All right, let's
Tart.
Oh, what is wrong with you, Paul? For goodness sakes, have a bit of respect for women. But this says me, the man who's listing women to see if he says comment or no comment. Yes, I realise. Oh, okay. Claudia Winkleman.
Oh, yes. No comment.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm confused. Is no comment good or bad?
Bad.
So comment is when you'd have sex with them?
Yes.
Okay, right. No, really, no comment for Claudia Winkleman?
No.
Uma Thurman.
No comment.
Jesus.
No.
No, don't blaspheme. Okay, well, that was a fun game, wasn't it, Paul?
It certainly was, sir.
Okay, good lad. Well, listen, if you can get Charlotte Church on the phone, that'll be great.
Now, if you want to meet up in the Ritz in March, I can give Chris the details.
Okay, please do, and we'll sort that out.
Oh. Also, did you do the, were you in the old floating kitchen programme, the old, commentary?
Oh, yes, what that was me. Did you watch that?
I did on the old, Discovery Channel.
It was my voice.
Certainly was, sir.
Good lad, Paul, thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, Barnsworth.
Fancy you. Bye.
There we go, that was lovely, wasn't it? Do you know what? I'm kind of vaguely interested in what that bloke was saying now about the building. Now I'm thinking about it. I shouldn't have been quite so harsh with him. So this dude phones up and he says that the BBC announced that one of the 3 buildings that fell down on September 11th fell down before it actually fell down. But then you start looking at that, and then you have to dissect. Someone just sent me an email with a link to it, and I can't. I've got too many things to do in my life. I can't have a look at that. Well, if someone can send me the direct link to the YouTube page, I'll have a little look at it. But that's it. More of your calls coming up after the latest LBC News. Yeah, the Monday. So, yeah, I do Paulie Rossi, and it's an idea, isn't it? I'll speak to the new management. Right. Oh, what's going on here? Right. Yes. Neil.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Do you know, I'm really enjoying the show tonight, and I think it's been.
You can't wait till March, can you?
Well, March.
Yeah, in the Ritz with Charlotte.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that. Paul's cousin there, Paul, who's Charlotte Judge's cousin, giving us details of Chris's. Chris, what information did he give you?
I've got the reference number for the hotel room and the name of the hotel room. It's the...
Don't give it out on the radio,
it's
mate.
Proof positive, isn't it? It's proof positive.
Yeah, don't give it out on the radio, mate. For goodness sake, she'll have all kinds of fruitcakes turning up.
Oh.
Anyway, Neil, what can I do for you?
Aside, that, you know the Twin Towers thing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I heard that the reason that they were demolished was because they found the studio in the basement where they filmed the fake moon landings.
Oh, that would. Do you know what? That would kind of make some sort of sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would all tie up. Yes.
Yeah, that's why they did it. No, about cases and travelling and having your bags robbed.
Yes.
Well, I found this out a while ago.
I've got a funny pocket on my pocket. Isn't that weird? Who would
got a what?
I'm wearing these kind of vaguely combat-y trousers. They're not quite, but all my jeans are dirty, so I've got these on. But these trousers, they're kind of like a khaki colour. Yeah. And if I go for a tinkle, and you know, sometimes when you have a tinkle, and you pack everything. I've got to be so delicate. You pack everything away, but as you're packing away, like a little
Wind
drop,
it up and pack it away.
Yeah, a little drop falls on your. If it's jeans, you don't notice. You don't notice. These, it just looks like you've weeded down your leg if you get any form of moisture on it at all.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing these, and they've got pockets on the legs.
Yeah.
Which feel like a good idea, but then when you put stuff in it and you try to run, it's weird. But there's a pocket on the pocket.
My favourites are pockets in pockets.
Oh, yeah, good pocket inside
really
a pocket.
hide things in them.
I like jeans, the jean pocket, and then there's like the little sort of tiny pocket at the top of the pocket inside.
Because I don't know what they're for. All jeans have got them, but what are they for?
It's where you... Helen, for goodness sakes, no.
I put for Zippos or...
it's for lighters or for illegal things, or I like to put like a plectrum in there.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
It's good for little plectrums. Quite often I'll wear a pair of jeans and I'll pull out a couple of plectrums and think, I haven't played guitar for 3 years. Or a mouse, yes.
Anyway, no, the cases.
Yes.
And I found out quite a while ago that if you have a battered, tatty, beaten up case, and you're travelling with someone with a really nice case with a lock on it, you can keep the valuables in the tatty case and the nice case will get broken into.
Is this a regular thing then? Cases getting broken into when you're travelling? Is it?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. And it's rife. Can I say it's rife in English airports?
You can certainly say it's rife in English airports.
It's rife, especially at Heathrow. Yeah.
Rife is a good name for a band, isn't it? Rife.
Rife.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Rife. Yeah.
Yeah, Rife at English airports. Yeah.
Yeah, Rife, and that'll be the name of their first album, At English Airports. It works, doesn't it?
No, Heathrow, it's terrible. It really is really bad.
Oh.
And, no, but that's a genuine good way of not getting your case broken into. I had a dive computer. My friend of mine dives computers in my case, and he had his watch and things in his case.
A dive computer?
Yeah.
What's that?
You know those big things you wear on your wrist when you go diving?
Oh, no, I don't.
How deep you are and all that.
I don't know these things, no.
Which way's up and all that.
I take all my gadgets with me hand luggage. For example, I will be taking my PSP, which is... what's great
You're
is...
a gadget fiend. Are you really gadgety?
Yeah, but I get gadgets...
Gadget show.
Sorry?
You watched the Gadget Show?
See, I saw a bit of it last night. I've never seen it before.
That would be an ideal vehicle for you. When I saw that, I thought, now this is what the show's missing.
Especially because... Is it Susie Perry presents it?
Yeah. One with the, look at her straight and you can see up her nose.
Yo, she's a beautiful lady.
Right. And she's nice. I like when she does the bikes and all that.
Yes, the leathers.
Yeah. Geordie Winkleman.
Yes.
Comment or no comment?
Oh, comment?
Really?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That that fringe scary.
I didn't used to like her. I didn't think she's any good. And then I met her, and I did a couple of things with her. And I did this with a couple of people. I remember meeting Mark Durden-Smith, who I thought was terrible. Then once I met him, I thought, actually, you're quite funny. Yeah. But I thought she was great. After I'd met her, I thought she was fantastic and really sexy.
She's daughter of someone famous.
Eve Pollard.
Eve Pollard's daughter, that's it. So she's she's not got there on off her own back sort of thing.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of nepotism, to be honest. I think the people who complain about nepotism are jealous. I would have loved it if there had been an easier way into this kind of business.
But then you've got there on your own merit, though, aren't you? You haven't got there.
Who gives us stuff, really? At the end of the day, you get there, you get there.
Really, nobody can really.
The thing is, I think you can get there. You can get there with help, but you can only sustain it if you're any good. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's that. You can get a certain amount of exposure and doors open for you if you're connected to a name. But then to be doing it 5-10 years later, you have to be kind of fairly good.
Yeah, people.
Oh, I tell you what I saw today. Sorry, what? I watched the biggest piece of cack I've ever seen in my life today. I
saw something last night. I've got to tell you.
I've not watched daytime TV for a long time.
Yeah.
What I was thinking about today, I couldn't sleep. I was trying to have a doze. I couldn't. Turned on. So the last 15 minutes, Coronation Street Confidential, 3 till 3:30. ITV. Coronation Street Confidential. Presented by two ex-soap actors. Presented by, is it Terry Dwyer, the blonde girl who used to be in Hollyoaks, and is it Jonathan Edwards, Jeremy Edwards? Not the sportsman. No, the actor who was in Holby City and went out with Rachel Stevens.
Oh, not
and it's them interviewing the people from Coronation Street. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I've never, ever watched soap, so I can't really.
I don't watch them anymore. Sinbad's going to be in it soon. Anyway.
What time do you get home?
Tonight?
Yeah, well, usually when you work in the week. Were you working last night? You weren't?
No, I'll get home.
Did you see after news night last night on BBC Two?
Mm.
They do that organ thing with the organist. Have you seen that?
What?
Have you not seen it? It's fantastic. His name's John Scott Whitley, I think it's now. If you do a Google on him, he'd be really fantastic. He's a very, very good organ player. He's a professional probably or orchestral.
John Scott Whitley.
Whitley, Whitley, John Scott, double barrel.
Yeah.
And it's a Victor Lewis Smith production. He's behind it.
Oh, that fella, he was right about me in the Standard yesterday.
Yeah, did he write about? Then you get in there, really, aren't you?
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't the best.
But what they do, he just goes into a church or a cathedral that somewhere's got a big, stately, grand old organ.
Yeah.
And he plays the organ, and it's just a classical piece of music on an organ. No talking, no commentary, and they just do close-ups on the keys, and they pull the stops out and all that kind of thing. And it's absolutely fascinating, and it's enthralling to watch.
I'll tell you what I saw last
after news night. I'm not sure.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I saw.
Anything on Google on him?
What I saw last night. No, not a lot actually. Not enough for me to read out.
Oh, okay.
I watched the sleep programme on BBC.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
What about the?
It's brilliant. Basically,
who's your favourite? Who's your favourite?
I've been explaining it quickly. It's freaks that sleep have mad sleep. So there's one guy whose brain doesn't switch off. The bit of it when you go to sleep and dream.
The young fella and the old bloke with the moustache.
Well, the old fella who hasn't got the mechanism in his head, so when he sleeps, he acts out his dreams. So he's kicking and effing and blinding.
And he gets really aggressive, doesn't he?
And then there was the young fella who, in the middle of the night, he just gets up. He gets up and he's trying to get out the window.
And who was your favourite last night?
I only saw those two. I don't know if they had anyone else on.
No, that was the only two there last.
It was the young fella because they sleep. They go to this special hospital room,
wouldn't he? And he'd get up and he'd just look around.
Yeah. And they go to this special room. And they have all the the scanners and everything put on them. And he got up and he ripped it off and he's asleep and he's trying to get out the window. Yeah. Next week's looks good though.
The computers, they're all fast. Yeah. All the way through it.
Next week's look good. There's a narcoleptic on there, and there's a woman there was a woman in tears because her husband does something in his sleep. I can't remember what it was.
Probably scream out his girlfriend's name.
Yeah, something like that. Neil, I've got to move on, but thank you for
excellent. Thank you very much.
That was a nice chitty show, wasn't it? Brilliant programme. Absolutely brilliant. I hadn't seen it before. I've got a Series Link Watchdog tonight as well. I'm living the easy life now. I'm living La Vida Loca. It's Mucky Sarah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How was your weekend?
Oh, listen to this email from Julian.
Okay.
Ian, you blasphemous, xenophobic, I'm not even going to begin to start on the spelling on that. Bigoted idiot. How dare you? Even the most ignorant person would not use such language. LBC would be an OK station if it weren't for you and your pathetic show. I don't know what that's about.
They're clearly one of your best fans.
Yes, definitely. I had a fantastic weekend. Thank you very much.
Excellent. You know that what you're doing, that you're commenting on people, yes or no?
Oh, we're saying comment or no comment. I don't quite know how it started out, and I don't quite understand the rules of the game.
This is something better, okay?
Yeah.
It's called Kill, Marry, Shag. Can I say that?
Well, you can say it once, yes.
Okay. But it's actually not called shag. It's some other word.
Okay.
And you named 3 people.
Yes.
And you have to assign a task, or you have to assign them to one of those categories.
Okay.
So if I said to you, okay, Agent Chris, Nick Ferrari, James O'Brien, you'd have to decide who do you want to kill, who you'd want to marry.
Oh, and who you'd like to make love to.
Yeah.
Yes, but there is a slightly different version to that, which is, you just, oh no, what is the different version to it? Oh, you just say 2 people and you have to sleep with one of them. So, Nick Ferrari or James O'Brien?
James O'Brien, because he made me one of his top friends in MySpace.
Okay. Okay, let me think. John Prescott, or, I'm trying to think of some other kind of fat, ugly old man that you wouldn't want to sleep with. Chris, any ideas? Mike Mendoza. John Prescott or Mike Mendoza?
No comment.
But you have to. We're playing the game.
Mike Mendoza.
Oh, really? Did he charm you then?
Yeah, I was charmed.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
This is disgusting.
Steady on, Mike. Okay. Let me think. I can't think of any fat, ugly old men. Chris has thought of someone. Go on.
John Gaunt.
John Gaunt or Jeremy Clarkson?
I don't know who John Gaunt is, so I'll say Jeremy Clarkson.
Okay. And that's how the game goes on, and it's kind of boring, really.
Well, thank you for that. Anyhow, I called in to give you some assistance with this visa.
Oh, yes, God almighty. I'm going to be there for 6 hours, it turns out.
Okay, you have to go in with a positive attitude, first of all.
Yes, PMA.
You have to think like an American.
Oh.
I'm going to give you some tips.
Okay, yeah.
So you can be your best there.
Yes.
All right, now, if you have a little American flag badge, I would suggest wearing that.
Okay, right, yes.
All right. Now, if you're going on like an artist visa or artist work visa or whatever, take copies of stuff that you've worked on. Because if they're American, they might not have heard of you.
Yeah.
So
you want me to take tapes of the old 11 o'clock show and stuff like that? I don't think that's gonna go down very
And,
well.
okay, when they ask you about Pakistan, if you have a copy of that movie you shot in Pakistan, take that with you.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, that's a very good idea.
And smile a lot.
Yes.
And
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, that George Bush, he's a character, isn't he? Anything like that?
No, don't make any comments like that.
No political comments. Okay, keep on.
And say, after you've finished interviewing with whoever, say God bless you, like in a really sort of cheesy American way.
Oh yeah, bring a bit of Christianity in it. Don't. Yeah, okay, I've got you there. That might work.
But you can't be a smartass about it. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Have trouble with that.
I know. The thing is, I go into these places and people think I'm being sarcastic and being a bit funny, and I'm not. That's just I'm just being me. And they go, excuse me, did you say something, sir? Will you step in the room and drop your pants? So I've just got to bite my tongue and 6 hours though. That's a long time.
I've got a tip for you at the airport as well when you arrive.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so when you arrive at the airport, basically you don't have any rights as a foreigner.
No.
Now, if you assault one of the security guards...
What?
Yeah. If you assault one of the security guards, then you will get you have rights. So basically, let's say they detain you for 14 hours or so.
Yes.
You have no rights to do anything.
Right.
But if you end up assaulting someone or doing something against the law, then you're read your rights, and you have the right to make a phone call once you're arrested.
Sarah, thank you for that. It's strong advice. I don't think I will be attacking any of this stuff. Who knows what's going to happen, though? Travel News now with Alan Joyce.
And Anisha.
I can't believe you thought that Chris went to Amsterdam, and obviously, as you do, you walk along that street and you look at those ladies in those windows who are forced to sell themselves for sex and money. And Chris said they were all ugly and 60 or men.
Yeah.
You are an idiot.
Why?
Those women, half of that street are beautiful women that could be models. Could easily be models. The other half, your older,
Yeah.
I'm shocked by it. Seriously, I've been there once. I've been there twice. Who knows? I don't know if I was there twice. That's how crazy those days were. those women are stunning at one end of the street, and as you go further up the street, they gradually become less and less stunning until you go, ooh.
Well, maybe you went in the summer.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe that was the... Have you ever been to Amsterdam, Leon?
I have, mate. Yeah, I think Chris is right. Is he talking about the end up by the station?
Well, one end of it is... this is so demeaning, but it's what the city is famed for, so I guess we have to speak in that language. One end of... Because there's that street on the one of the canals, and one end is ugly women, and one end is beautiful women who could be models.
I won't let her go down that other end, because I was wife.
Oh, yes. Maybe. What other reason is there for going to Amsterdam, though?
Anna Rayburn will probably know about that.
Wow, I don't know what that means. I don't want you to finish that sentence, but that certainly got me intrigued. Anyway, Leon, what can I do for you?
Well, I've got to ask you straight away, Son or Kate?
Oh, Son, come on. What are you talking about?
Did you get some of those emails I sent you?
I did. By the way, Leon is our Lost fanatic. Chris, we will be discussing this week's episode of Lost that you haven't seen yet, so tough.
But there's not a lot that I can say that I got your name check on the podcast. Thank you for that.
They kept it on there, did they?
I should be speaking to you this Friday. Annabelle emailed me.
Are you definitely coming on?
Hopefully, yeah. I've emailed her back, so I should be on, yeah.
Well, if you don't make it this week, keep trying, and I'll put in a good word, because, we've got a good run of the series yet.
Well, I've got my freaky theories for you for Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Okay, but you do know some of these already, but I'll try and find a little bit more out. You knew about the Scientology cross on the back.
Yeah, the Scientology cross, yes.
But do you know what it means when it's turned upside down?
I do not know that, no.
It means, apparently, a mark of deep respect for your superiors.
Oh, blimey, okay.
Okay, and you had the Hinduism, Yakara and Dharma.
Yeah, we've had all that. Thing. Come on, give me something new, Leon, for God's sake.
The woman in the Jewellers.
Yeah.
Was in the film The Others.
Oh, someone told me that the woman who is in this episode, the sheriff, she is in Prison Break.
I don't know. I'm only on episode 5, season 1 of Prison Break.
Oh, okay, fine. Get to series 2, because series 2 is much, much better.
When Desi, Desmond, when he's lying in that paint.
Yeah.
I think I sent you these pictures, actually. The table near him, there's 2 shiny pebbles on it.
Yeah.
Now, if you take a closer look at those pebbles, they're the same pebbles that are in the hands of the skeletons in the cave.
Yes. Now, I saw that, and I didn't want to think about that, because that upset me.
Did it?
Yeah, it did upset me.
Okay. What about the picture in Widmore's office? Is not the one with the polar bear, the other side is the same picture as one that Claire boyfriend's got in his flat.
Yeah, he's painted it, yeah.
He's painted it. And last but not least, Lost in the USA has gone up from 5.4 million viewers to 12.9 million viewers.
When did it get 5.4? Not on Desi's episode?
No, it went up. That's when it started going up, and it's been going up, and it's the number one show on a Wednesday night.
Good, fantastic, because I was getting worried that they were going to pull it.
Yeah, so was I. So apparently they're not. So.
I'm gonna be in America next week, and I'm gonna watch Lost on American television as it's transmitted. I'm very excited by that.
Have I missed much tonight? Because I've just come out of a Masonic meeting.
Oh, the first hour was brilliant.
Was it?
We had a woman phone up 8:15. What time does this show start? 7? 8? 8 o'clock? 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7. We had a woman phone up 7:15 to complain about Triple M. We kept her online for 45 minutes while we
I'll get that podcast tomorrow.
It's a good one. While we tried to analyse what was going on, and she was having a go at me and saying I was rude, but she wouldn't let me get a word in edgeways. And I was on my best behaviour, Leon. I was very calm and very placid with her.
So you're going to America?
Next week, yeah.
Where are you going?
Los Angeles.
Oh, I was listening to one of your podcasts today. You're just off to South Sea Seesaw.
To where?
South Sea Seesaw. Or somewhere in New York.
Oh, South Sea Seesaw. And do you know what? This is a reference. This will mean nothing to any new listener. This was a long time ago when we did the daytime show. And I was going to New York, and people were recommending places, and a guy phoned up and said, you must go to South Sea Seesaw. And do you know what? I went to South Sea Seesaw, and it was all right.
Is it good?
We had a spot. It was all right. It wasn't brilliant. We had a spot of lunch, and we looked in the Gap, and that was what we did. But yeah, South Sea Seesaw.
But whoever put the letter S in the word list?
I know, it's cruel, isn't it? Leon, listen, I'll maybe speak to you later on. Good fella.
Yeah, take care.
South Sea Seesaw. I forgot about that. We had I think we got a week's worth of shows in those days out of South Sea Seesaw. Yes, Tony.
Hello, mate.
I spoke to you on Friday.
You're the karaoke dude.
The karaoke dude.
How did it go? Basically, you were running a karaoke and you were blaring us out in between the songs.
Sorry about that, but it was an experimental project, but now we know how to do it. We was running it through a system and we kept losing the contact with the radio station.
You were a bit far away, weren't you?
Disaster. But at least we now know how to actually rig it up. And we obviously would like to try it again at some point.
Oh, do it again. The thing is, you missed a brilliant phone call where a guy was calling in, telling us, explaining in great detail how he'd missed out at 4 separate stages in his life on having a threesome. Fantastic call.
Right.
It was a really good call, and you came to us just after we'd had it, and you'd missed it.
Right, well, I'll try.
Apparently, I'm just being told...
Yeah.
Chris is typing on my screen. It will be... When is Cream, Chris? Do you know when it goes out?
Sunday evenings.
I thought it was Saturdays.
No, Sundays.
Anyway, there's Cream, which is the best of LBC, and that phone call will be in Cream.
Oh, brilliant. That's good.
Tony, stay there. I'll speak to you after this. Sorry, sir.
You can now.
OK, Tony, we haven't got much time. What can I do for you?
Ian, I'd like to ask a favour. Can I try it again this Friday? We're working Friday in Camden.
Yeah.
Can I try it? You're obviously, you're telling everyone that you're going to America, but do they actually know that you're coming to Southend to surprise us on our karaoke?
That's a little secret. We're not going to mention it on the air. Yeah, of course you can do it on Friday.
Can I give you a call?
But I was about to say, you have to give us a call and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Tony, speak to you then. Good lad. He's going to be...
Can I ask you a favour?
Yeah, go on.
I'm looking to find my old schoolmate. His name is Stephen Shaw.
OK, have you tried... There's a brilliant thing called Friends Reunited.
Friends Reunited. OK, I've got a feeling that he actually listens to LBC because his father used to obviously ring in quite a lot.
OK.
And I'm just wondering if he's listening.
Stephen Shaw.
If he gives you a call and he can get in touch with me.
OK, well, if he's listening, I'm sure he'll give us a call. Or you can try friendsreunited.co.uk. He's never heard of that. That's freaked me out a bit. Lurkio.
Ian.
Where are you?
I'm on the M11.
Oh, OK.
You'll never guess what I just see.
Wow. OK, go on.
I was driving up, and there was this car with its bonnet up.
Yeah.
And then in front of it, there was this other car. It seemed pretty random.
Yeah.
So I kept driving. Yeah. Lo and behold, Leo Sayer is chasing some fella up the hard shoulder, trying to hit him with a wheel brace.
You are talking nonsense. Leo Sayer is not chasing someone up the hard shoulder trying to hit someone with a wheel brace.
He is. It looks like his car's broken down, someone else has got involved, now he's chasing him up on the hard shoulder with a wheel brace.
Lurkio, I suggest you phone Heat Magazine immediately. I do not believe for 1 second that Leo Sayer, I don't even know what a wheel brace is. I don't think I know. It's not the thing you take the bolts off with, is it?
I thought it was the wench.
That's the wench? Do you know what you've just said?
No.
No, you don't, do you?
That thing that...
Right. First of all, that's a jack. And then you mean a winch. Because a wench is old language for a bawdy old woman.
Huh?
Use the word bawdy. Chris didn't know what bawdy meant.
Good evening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, Ben?
Hello?
Yes?
How are you?
Good.
Where are you?
I'm doing the wireless.
Oh, yeah. Could I be put on air, please?
You're on the air.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
I was wondering if any chance you've been to Finsbury Park.
Yes, I have, yes.
And what do you think of the area in general?
It's all right. I used to live in Endymion Road.
Pardon?
I used to live in Endymion Road.
Oh, did you? What a coincidence.
Yes, it is. I'm going to cut you off now.
Okay, then.
Yeah. What a lovely fruitcake. Let's take one more. Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, Ian. How long are you going to America for?
I'm going next Tuesday, and then I'm coming back the Tuesday after. So a week.
Oh, right. What, you working over there, or is it a holiday?
I'm working over there.
Oh, right. Oh, best of luck.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye. These may be calls trying to become Clive's first call of the night. Let's see. Yes, line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yes, oh, hello. Is that Ian?
Yes.
Hello, darling. Do you know what? The weirdest thing I've seen on the M25?
Yes.
In the fast lane, very quickly, I was passing on the inside, which I shouldn't have done. I was keeping quick, because I know you're going through the news station. I actually saw a chap, and,
Oh, I haven't got time. If you missed the show today, it's Saturday... Oh, missed that. Completely muffed that up. OK, that's it for me. Clive Bull is on next. I shall be back tomorrow at 7. Thank you.